Hi, everybody. Happy Saturday. I have bread and butter in front of me. I got bread and butter. Are you jealous? Are you jealous? Well, actually, it's English muffins and country crock. Are you still jealous? It's kind of, well, English muffins are yummy. Country crock is technically vegetable oil spread and not butter. But it's still yummy. It tastes different than butter, but it still tastes good. It's like, I can't believe it's not butter. La la la. Okay, we're watching, awesome stuff today that I've never seen. And I'm really, really, really excited. So, come to my bedroom. Ooh. Ooh. Semantics. It's butter in my heart. Butter is better, but it's still good. Used to be a Marchivant girly growing up. Me too. Hi. Should this be behind my head? Yes. A reminder that I had to build my house again. I had to build my damn house. Yes, okay, that's how I like it. Mm-hmm. We're in my newly reconstructed bedroom. Mama's got weed. Mama's got weed! So, I get to be high again, which is nice. You built a dam in the house? Yeah, there was a lot of water coming in. That's what you do when your hallway is full of water, right? You build a dam, a free-flowing river in my hallway. I did what had to be done. God damn it. More like Jules, damn it, because I damned it. Well, hi everyone. Hi. You might notice that there's a big blanket hanging up to my right. Your left, but my right. That is where we're gonna project our movie. But also, we should probably do spoons. Any spoon fans? Early spooners? Early spooning socks? That came here early because they want to do spoons? Spoonorama? We need to get a construction crew in the future so you don't have to strain your back. Speaking of straining my back, I woke up this morning and my shoulder and my neck hurts. My left shoulder, like the area like connecting my shoulder and my neck. Ooh! Ooh! It's a little sore, but it's okay. It's been worse. Hi, Crunchy. I should say hi to all of you that said hi to me. Thank you so much for using the Say Hi redeem. I love it. I love seeing my little Scoopy boy pop up and say hi to you, because that's new. Speaking of new, he's not new, but if you don't know, my Snecky, my little snake plushie on my bed, has a new design, and I need to redraw it, but I might, here's a little hint to you. I might be remaking my entire bedroom. I might be redecorating. I don't know. I've never been like 100% happy with my bedroom, so I might be remaking it. I don't know. Shrugs. So I've been holding off on putting the new scoop here, but I'll show you my new scoop design. Do you have any health potions? I already took it all. It was my THC strawberry lemonade. I'm probably gonna get high soon. I fucking hope. I hope. Let me look for something. We'll go to the kitchen and do some spoons.
A pretty fairy.
Hi, Vash. And hi, Bugsy. So, I go to this folder, and then I don't have a picture of just patches. Let's shrink them. I guess I'll show you all of them, even though I've already done this on stream, but maybe if you haven't been here, if you weren't there for that, here's my new mascots! Hi, Doran! And let me say hi to all of you first. Sorry, I'm so sorry. I love getting distracted. Let me do that first. First order of business, Bumble was first into the house today. Congrats, Bumble. Congrats. Welcome in. Hi, Bumble. And who said hi? Ro said hi. Hello, Ro. Impy said hi. Hi, Impy. Hi, Sign. Sign Wave? I think it's Sign. Hi, Sign. Hi, AMAP Ashley. Hi. Hi, Allie. Hello, my mod. My wonderful mod. Super Sock Squad member, Allie. Hi, Crunchy Qua. Hi, Hunter. Hello. Hi. Hi, Hunter. Are you high? Are you high today? I'm getting high today. I'm very excited. Hello, Varligamander. Varligamander. Hi, Canadian. Hi, Doran. Hi, Underguard. Hello. And hi, Peep Pineapple. Hi. And hi, everyone who didn't use the hi redeem. But if you use the hi redeem, I'll say your name. I'll say your name. It'll be fun to watch me try to pronounce your username. Well, new high animation. It's the first time you've seen that, Dorn. Isn't it cute? There's Scoop in the corner. Hi, hand-me's. Like hand-me-downs? Or is it han-mies? Or is it han-me's? I don't know. Oh, it's so cute. It's oh so cute. Thank you. Okay, here's our new guys. They're marching in. We have Beanbag, or Beans. We have Scoop, the puppy. Halt. Beanbag is a tanuki, by the way. Beanbag the tanuki. Scoop, the puppy. We have Blanket, the lamb. And finally, we have Patches, the snake, who I love. I love them all. There they go. There they go. Oh, they're coming back. They're coming back. Okay, I'll do it one more time. Patches, the snake, Blanket, the lamb, Scoop, the puppy, and Beanbag, the tanuki. Okay, you guys are leaving for real now, right? Yeah. Okay. Bye. Bye, you guys. Oh, and hi, Bien Jet. Hi. I need to take a bite of my English muffin. Okay, we're gonna go do Spoonorama. I partied and bar crawled with some friends last night, so I'm recovering right now. Oh, I hope you had fun, and I hope you didn't party too hard. Can't believe it wasn't named John Gooner. Piku wanted this guy to be John Gooner so bad. And speaking of Piku, all weekend long, my wonderful friend Piku Selu, is doing a doodle-thon. I think she's actually live right now. She's gonna be live like all day today and not all day tomorrow. I don't know how long, but tomorrow as well. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow. She's having a doodle-thon because she's moving states. And she needs your help. Speaking of John Gooner, I mean, pretty much. It's related. Moobie! We're watching a lot of TV specials today. Hi, Bones. Hi. We're watching a lot of TV specials, and they're all, I think they're all Disney theme park related. I have more videos like these, not as many, like, I feel like these are probably going to be the really awesome ones, but if you're a theme park sicko, a theme park freak, a theme park enthusiast, they have made a handful. I don't know. I hope there's more. I've been trying to find more, but it's kind of hard. I guess like back on the Discovery Channel days, they made, you know, theme park kind of like TV documentaries. Those are always fun. Yeah. I'm a Disney freak because Marvel and Star Wars are Disney now, yeah. They bought everything that you love. Used to watch those all the time. I love me some Discovery Channel TV specials. They're so, it's so television, you know? It's so television. It's really good. But it's also like kind of not good. It's kind of like slop, like TV slop. Kind of like, I love Pawn Stars. Pawn Stars is not like it's like a really sloppy TV show. Yeah, now we watch Defunct Land. They don't really make those anymore. Or if they do make them, they're not like full documentaries. They're usually They're usually like just little promo clips and stuff. But like when they do make them, like there's a series on Disney Plus called The Imagineering Story, and they've done a few of them like kind of recently. You know, like similar TV documentaries, not for TV, but like for Disney Plus. But and I hope they keep making them. But The Imagineering Story is probably from like 2021, somewhere around there, like early 2020s. And it was a whole series of like 5-hour-long episodes chronicling like Imagineering. And if you don't know what Imagineering is, it's like the people that work on the parks and make up rides and interactive immersive experiences for the Disney parks, theme parks. Yeah, it's good. Imagineering Story, I recommend it. But I don't think I can show that on stream. You would just have to go on Disney Plus or find it some other way. Wink, wink. Maybe some other way other than Disney Plus. I don't know. There are many roads in this life. We're going to the kitchen, okay? It's Spoonorama time. See you guys there. La 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 la. Hi. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. We're here for my spoons. I love it in my kitchen. Do you guys like my kitchen? We end up spending like a lot of time in my kitchen. And I think that's pretty funny. It's a pretty nice kitchen though, right? I mean, if anyone wants to grab any snacks, just aim for the fridge, or there's some peanut butter over there. I don't know how old it is. Peanut butter has a pretty good shelf life, I think. Some dudes with fancy earrings. Hunter Grand Chief. I know exactly who you're talking about. And we're gonna see him. I'm so excited. I'm honestly really, really excited. That he's one of the greatest Imagineers, period, of all time. His name is Joe Rohde. You guys are gonna love Joe Rohde. He's so cool. He's so cool. He's like one of my idols. We'll learn more about Joe Rohde. If you don't know, I love theme parks. On my Blue Sky yesterday, I posted, "I love theme parks" in all caps with like 1,000,000 exclamation points. It's my favorite thing. They're my favorite. Like, of things I love, there's theme parks, there's musical theater, there's animation. Like, you know, animated movies and cartoons. But just like animation history, stuff like that. Voice acting. I mean, voice acting and animation kind of go hand in hand. But I love learning about voice actors and voice actresses and the people who, basically like the people who make the most fun and beautiful, joyous, whimsical things in the world real, which is theme parks, beautiful animated movies, and musicals. There's probably something else I'm forgetting, but that's okay. That's okay. That's just something about me. You guys want spoons? Can someone do the spoon command? For anyone who maybe has never been here before, this is your first Spoonorama. Thank you. Where's my music? It's gonna start. There it is. Cool. Okay. I just noticed that when you do the spoon redeem, I mean, not redeem, I always call it the wrong thing. The spoon command, the Happy House bot is the one who explains what Spoonorama is, but it sends from my account for the second message. I was just staring at that and being like, huh? But that's fine. That works for me. Spoon time! Spoonorama is our once a stream, pretty much. I skipped it last week. I mean, last stream, because I didn't want to. Sometimes I don't want to do Spoonorama, but usually we do Spoonorama every stream. And let's open a drawer. Oh, is that, what did we call this thing? The magenta monster. The maroon, no, what color is this? Magenta, I don't know. It's a pink thing. It's a pink little ice cream cone. bunnies. I swear, this stupid candy cane spoon is here, like, every time. The color fart? If you're farting either of these colors, see a doctor. See a doctor. I mean, if you're farting and it's making any color, see a doctor, because only in cartoons does that come out green. If you actually farted a green cloud in real life, wouldn't you be scared? Fooly Cooley reanimated is out. Oh my gosh. I love Fooly Cooley. I have a giant Fooly Cooley wall scroll on my wall. My anime wall scroll. It's like my one wall scroll that I own, and I've had it for over a decade. I love Fooly Cooley. I'll have to watch that reanimated. Not on stream. I'll do it after. I'll do it on my own. That would be funny. It would be quite funny to fart green. Alright. Oh, yeah, and the Pillows is playing on my Spotify. I love the Pillows. It's Sid from Ice Age, the evil red fart. Yeah, that would be bad. I would be scared if I farted red. I mean, if you poop red, it's not good. So if you fart red, must not be good either. I'm gonna open the last drawer. Oh! The two Ice Age spoons are next to each other. We have Scrat and Sid adjacent. This might be what's known as a good omen. We have two matching pairs, actually. Let's do patterns. The prediction has started, first of all. So choose a spoon of your liking. But may I just say, we have... Not only do we have two Ice Age spoons, my two Ice Age spoons right next to each other, we also have two Menchie's original spoons next to each other with the red candy cane and the purple whatever color this is. Whatever, the magenta monster, as we called it. They're next to each other. Two little ice cream cones. Things are looking good. I'm gonna get my spoons ready. Pears? Oh, that's not the right spelling of pears. 1, 2. 3. Where's our final spoon? The last spoon that I cannot find is the magenta monster. Oh, I see it. Sometimes I wonder if things like which spoon I find last, like, has any impact on who wins. Like, whichever one I find first. Well, what if I, like, announce which ones I find first, and I'm like, oh, I found Sid first, and then I found Scrat. Would everyone voting be like, let's fucking go! She found my spoon first! It means it must be the one who wins. You only have, like, 5 seconds left. Get in your final offerings to your spoon god for today. I'm shaking them. Woo, woo, woo. It's like we're playing bingo, and I'm the one who gets to spin that bingo ball spinner. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? A bingo ball spinner? I kind of love those things. I kind of want one. I wish there could be something like that, but for Spoonorama. Okay, that's enough. The bingo ball cage. It's like the fucking Thunderdome from Mad Max, but for balls. And no one dies. I-40. I-40. Let's have a bingo night. That would be fun. Hi, Wyatt. I've had this idea before, but I wasn't sure how to implement it. I would love to have, like, bingo nights on stream, and a lot of streamers play Roblox bingo, but honestly, what I would rather want is to, like, actually, like, I am the bingo caller, and somehow I generate cards for all of you. And then you can, like, get your own card that, like, generates a card just for you. That'd be so such a good idea. I don't know. I need to find if there's a website that makes bingo cards that, like, I don't know, that randomizes them. That would be so fun. And then it could be like, oh, the categories could be like, I don't know. They could be like my plushies. It would be like beanbag 20, blanket 30.
Nice.
And like sock worms. There is a bingo overlay for Twitch. I think that, is it Say? I think it's TTS in my chat. Let me see. I think we do have like a way that you can use the TTS. I don't remember.
Hi, hello, hi.
Oh, it's TTS.
Hi, hello, hi.
Why are you saying it twice? Why are you... He's back. Well, that's not set up correctly. Anyway, I'll fix that later. Peak playing in the background. Cardigans. Ooh, so good. I follow another streamer that does weekly bingo, and the overlay they use is great. Wow. I need to look into that, because I feel like that would be so fun. I could make prizes for you all that you could win every week. It would be great. Or I could do, like, stickers. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, please. I need this. Yeah. Let's bingo. Would any of you have an interest in that? Joining for, like, for bingo nights, bingo streams? They would be fun. Okay, anyway. Let's look at how many points were put on each of these fine spoons. We have 20,000 in the pool. Pretty standard point fare for a Spoonorama, 20,000. I feel like 20,000 is like the average. But sometimes we get like 50,000, sometimes we get 100,000. 100, if it's over 100,000, that's like a huge, scary Spoonorama. The big, giant, scary Spoonorama. But most of the points are on the Magenta Monster, with 51% of all points, 10.6k. Second runner-up is Candy Cane, with significantly less, 21% of the bread, of the dough, with 4.4k. Sid the Sloth is the bottom, the underdog. Why does Sid only have 13%? That's horrible. I thought you guys loved Sid. Out of all these spoons here, Sid is my favorite. Not to pick favorites. Also, I almost said congrats. Welcome to Patch Packed. Hello, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Hi. And Scrat has 15%. Sid has 13%. I'm pulling the winner. Here we go. Sid is a bottom. Oh my gosh. I love your kitchen. Thank you, Patch. I love my kitchen. We spend a lot of time in the kitchen. I was talking about that earlier. I have my pizza. I love my kitchen. Anyway, let's draw the winner. Oh my gosh. There's two of them. No. Which one is gonna actually come out, though? Oh my god, it's a traffic jam. Guys, I think I'm gonna have to redo this. There's 3 of them dangling out. And I thought one of them was gonna come. I'm gonna come. We have to do a redraw. Here I go. A clear winner has fallen out. Oh my. How exciting. Daniel Dolphin was a real friend. You have the same pink spoon. Hi, Pacha. Welcome in. Yeah, this pink spoon, you have it because it is the default spoon from Menchie's. But did you know that frozen yogurt places like Menchie's or Yogurtland, they have limited edition spoons too, special spoons. So the pink one is like standard fare. I love it though. They're all awesome. But these are special limited edition. I collect them. And then we play this little game called Spoonorama. All right, and now is the scary time of Spoonorama. I'm gonna start closing drawers, and losers will be announced one by one before we reveal the winner. Here we go. Our first drawer closed is... Oh, wait. Well, I think I just revealed the winner by accident. Oh, wow. What would have happened if the host of Wheel of Fortune, like, just fucked up on live TV. That would be me. Anyway, did anyone know who won based on my mess up? That's okay, I'll just keep going. Another drawer is closing. I may be silly. And here is the winner of Spoonorama. I looked away, so do it again. Well, you're about to learn. It's between Sid and the candy cane. None of you saw my fuck up. Phew! That would be like if if the host of Wheel of Fortune made a fuck up, but everyone was looking away from their TV at the time, so no one knew. That's so funny. I haven't seen Pat Sajak fuck up, but I have seen so many contestants fumble. Yeah, that would be me if I was a contestant. I would start fumbling all over the place. Here comes the winner! Candy cane! It's candy cane. I need to eat. I have a whole half of my English muffin that I haven't eaten yet. I'm eating. Congratulations to the candy cane. I need to smoke weed. Will you guys watch while I smoke weed? Look at me, look at me, look at me. Wrong winner selected? Is this true? Magenta? Did you guys say that magenta one? Yeah. This whole thing is a shit show. I fucked up. You fucked up. We're in the circus. It's fine. Allie, I forgive you. That's okay. Allie, I forgive you so much. Here, come here, come here. Come here. It's okay. You do great. You do great. Everyone cheer for Allie. La 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 la. Here, let's play catch. Don't drop the sock. Don't drop the sock. Don't drop the. Uh-oh. 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 Allie? Allie? Allie's gone. Oh well. I'm clipping myself. Okay, we're gonna go watch things now. See you guys in the bedroom. I love clipping myself because I think I'm so funny. Hello. Welcome to my bedroom. The house always wins. The happy house always wins. Let's turn the lights off. Maybe this is too dark. I need to eat the rest of my damn English muffin. I hate streaming while eating. But I was so hungry. Thank you. Welcome to my bedroom. I have dimmable lights. On, off, on, off. Maybe like 75 is best. I like that. It's very cozy. That's what's most important. Okie dokie. The dust bunnies, no! Dust bunnies in my room, dust bunnies on my bed. No!
Absolute balls.
Absolute balls. Alright. We're gonna start.
I love my ball.
Tonight. I don't even have the screen share up yet. Gosh. Okay. Here it is. Here's our show. We are starting with the one that I was the most hype about watching, which is Expedition Everest. It's called Building a Thrill Ride, Expedition Everest. If there's a mod active, I would absolutely super duper appreciate if you could change the pin a message that says, we are watching Building a Thrill Ride, Expedition Everest. I would appreciate it. Pin D's? Okay. You asked for it, though. Thank you, Quinn. Okay. Air jail. I taped you to a pillow, dog. Like that. Yeah, that's perfect. Thank you, thank you. Okay. La 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 la. I'm gonna play it. I hope it's not too loud.
Tonight, Everest the Experience continues as Disney's Imagineers bring an ancient legend and modern thrill ride to
Let me know if this is too loud. Also, the
shows new ways to conquer
Survivor Man. What?
experience continues right now.
Whoa! Whoa! Wait a second.
34 passengers embark on the thrill of a lifetime.
And then all of a sudden you're
A one-of-a-kind theme ride brings them face-to-face with a boogeyman.
A boogeyman? Okay, can you guys let me know, just to test the volume, was that too loud? Was that okay? I talk over it. I don't know if I'm talking over it, it gets quieter, so hopefully you can still hear it. Yeti.
Okay, so that's the big move right there.
State-of-the-art technology meets ancient
Thank you. I love a sound check.
Disney World theme attraction.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
Expedition Everest. And for the first time, Disney's allowed Discovery's cameras to film the secrets behind the scenes.
Yeah, the subtitles may be wrong because they're auto-generated, but they should be good for the most part.
There is nothing that is this big that moves this fast.
That's Joe Rody.
Man-made mountain that's Florida's
You will
highest
see his big earring
to engineering
many times tonight.
surprises. This is the story of how it was done.
You know, I'm gonna pause really quick because this is cropped. I'm gonna like do a quick little search to make sure that there's no other version that's uncropped. Okay, this is by Cow Missing. No, this is the only one. Okay, that's fine. Wait. Wait. Is this also cropped? This was uploaded like 3 days ago. He's so scary, the Yeti.
Tonight, Everest the Experience.
I think it's also cropped. Let me see.
Tonight, Everest.
Yeah, but I like this one better. Okay. We're doing this slightly different one instead.
Experience continues as
A one-of-a-kind theme ride brings them face-to-face with a boogeyman.
A boogeyman.
Known in the Himalayas simply as Yeti.
You're nursing a bad knee. Oh no, Quinn. I'm so sorry. I hope you feel better real soon.
Brand new Walt Disney World
Crop
theme
this a little bit.
Expedition Everest. And for the first time, Disney's allowed Discovery's cameras to film the secrets behind the scenes.
Whoa.
From making the biggest, baddest animatronics creature ever
There is nothing that is this big that moves this fast.
to construct
There's Joe Rody. Sorry. Joe Yodi, I almost said.
to engineering a coaster that's full of surprises. This is the story of how it was done.
Oh my god. That Yeti smacked the fuck out of the title.
Round the clock,
Roller coaster.
adventure attraction like nothing else on the planet. Expedition Everest is a high-tech wonder that brings an ancient legend to life at Walt Disney World.
Expedition Everest is clearly the big,
Joe.
exciting, fast, powerful power ride of Animal Kingdom.
Powerful power ride.
Construction workers
There he is.
pounds of concrete,
That's he is so awesome. Woo!
steel,
Something just
and
fell
then
over.
38 miles of rebar.
I got it.
Working as fast as they can.
A year ago, this area was basically a dirt field with a slab at the beginning of the mountain.
Now, 500 craftsmen.
Who is that? That's Joe Rody. Okay. I'll just tell you really quick, because I feel like they don't really introduce Joe Rody, especially because this was the early 2000s. But by now, like in this current landscape in the present, Joe Rody is, for one, retired, but for two, like highly regarded as one of the greatest Disney Imagineers, if not the greatest. Well, not one of the greatest like of our era, at least. He wasn't like one of the originals from like when Disneyland opened or anything, but he's my favorite because he's like a really cool, profound, like cultured guy. And he's just like a chill guy. He seems like he smokes weed. He seems like a stoner to me. And he's like iconic for having this really stretched ear. Only one of his earlobes has like a super stretched ear piercing, like earlobe. And he always has these really heavy ear jewelry hanging from it. So look out for him. Look out for his ear anytime we see Joe Rody on screen.
We wanted to tell the story about the Yeti, the Asian version of the abominable snowman. And where does the Yeti live?
I'm putting them at the top.
In a mountain. The Yeti lives in the lower Himalayas. So we wanted to create a very immersive, a very real environment where guests might expect to really see a Yeti if it exists.
For Disney's Imagineers, that means scaling an Everest of art and engineering. The air is thin where no one's gone before.
There's certainly been
The air is
creative
thin.
challenges and construction challenges on the project.
This may be the most complex attraction ever built. It starts with a 20-story mountain that towers over the park. Then there's a roller coaster with a twist that throws
Yay!
all the thrill rides for a loop.
Me likey roller coaster.
Spiraling up, back
Hi,
into the
Ashley.
mountain, and
Good
typically on roller
afternoon.
coasters, you spiral down.
There's a Tibetan village that looks like it's hundreds of years old, but it's actually brand new.
You spiral up in this ride? Wait, I'm going back. I like roller coasters too much.
Then there's a roller coaster with a twist.
Then there's a roller coaster.
All the thrill rides
So
for
it-
a loop.
You're actually spiraling up
What?
into the mountain, and typically on roller coasters, you spiral down.
I never knew that.
There's a
That's
Tibetan
cool as
village
fuck.
that looks like it's hundreds of years old, but it's actually brand new.
And I love this too. I love the art of like making a new building and then aging it artificially. Like making it look aged when it's not actually aged.
Creating a monster.
Super cool.
This beast is huge and more powerful than
Oh,
a
good luck sewing your dress, Teaspoon. That's super cool.
wild man under
I wish I could sew my own clothes. I mean,
If that's dirt around the toenails, then I think
Yeah.
that's,
I wish I could.
They've got to nail down every inch of this giant. Why? Despite the technological wizardry, Disney wants guests to experience a good story.
We Imagineers consider ourselves to be authors, like writers of stories. We just happen to write these stories with physical objects and action.
That's Walt Disney Imagineering.
That's called theming.
Joe
Joe Rody! They didn't spell his name right in the captions.
Can you tell by the earring? This guy thinks outside the box.
This guy thinks outside the box.
Of rock strata.
Do you see his freaky his gross earring? No, it's
He's
awesome.
responsible for what our guests see at the end of the day.
Coming off of this giant
I could never forget that earring.
melting. You gotta believe that this
He's
is
so awesome.
Okay, that's better. Now that's looking good.
For Joe and the Imagineers, every attraction has a storyline. Once it's written, no changes are allowed. Sure, that creates some challenges, but that's their story and they're sticking to it.
Our story is that this village has been here.
Story is always supported
Complete
by
story. So
I'm trying to listen to them, bro.
Bottom line, story's important. Getting the details right is so important. The Imagineers go to the source, the real Mount Everest.
Whoa.
I have always believed in taking Imagineers to real places and giving them real experiences.
A Tibetan town like this is where inspiration met imagination for the Imagineers. The storyline for Expedition Everest.
The story, that's what it felt like.
We, the guests, come to this Tibetan village that's
They didn't know what their story was.
right through the pass.
There's these entrepreneurs.
Joe Rody.
They're ready to comply. However, Everest is reached through the Forbidden Mountains, and all the local Tibetan people, they're freaked out. And they don't want us to go. And they're worried about the Yeti, who they think is really real, and they think he's going to get us.
Every scene in Expedition Everest will be like a movie where the guests are the stars. Fun idea. Are the Imagineers
Fun
up to
idea.
the challenge? The man in charge of building Expedition
That's
Everest
like-
is Mike Lentz, and he
That's
does
like
know a
what
thing or
theme
two
parks
about
are, at
Everest.
least in the modern age.
18.
Whoa, Space Mountain! Whoa, Big Thunder Mountain! Whoa, Splash Mountain!
Unexpected.
The cladding around the column bases. When we got into the design and we saw just how much steel there was to integrate and coordinate, we certainly found out that it was more challenging than we initially thought.
The fact is, Expedition Everest is just really big. When the design
Really
team started
big.
work, they let
London
their imaginations
Steel.
run wild, but maybe too wild. Their first design was so big, they had to scale it back.
That is the Yeti. That's good bones.
We've got a huge mountain, and we can't make anything this big. It's just not right. But on top of that, for
It's
all
not
of us,
right. Hi, Isaac. Hello.
because we keep seeing the train come out like 20 different times, and that's going to blow the scale.
The team also wants to move from clay modeling to digital. That'll make it faster and easier to try new things. But it takes 24 clay versions to come up with the final
Whoa.
design, which will then scan
Wow.
into the computer.
Yeah, that is all 3D today, definitely.
Today's digital pre-visualization tools and the high-tech wizards who wield them.
We created a computer model that combines all of the different aspects of the attraction into one so that we can see how they all interact.
What is this, an Everest for ants?
We can see how those systems interact to see if there's any problems in the design. The
Pretty
technology really
much.
helped us to be able
There's
to
the
see
Yeti.
this design.
He's waving. He's like, hi, everybody.
A project like Everest takes about 3 or 4 years to design. With the digital tools that we have right now, it enabled us to complete the design in 18 months.
The digital design
I'm
tools
clipping
not only let them do
myself.
it faster,
I feel it's like embarrassing when I clip myself. It's like, oh, that was funny. I'm gonna clip it.
Chewing up a lot of land.
Or like,
And
it could make a good clip.
coaster track and let
Why
you
not
see
clip it?
We're
Also,
not doing that. This
I was thinking, I don't want to talk over Joe Rody, I'm sorry, but I was thinking, apparently Twitch is, I don't know, about to implement a command like in Twitch's native, because I have a clip command, but that's done through my bot, and it's not like a Twitch thing. But apparently Twitch is gonna make clips, like you can do it with a command, and it might be a lot easier. I don't know, but I was thinking it might be fun to reward you all whenever you make a clip. You would get, like stream avatar points. Maybe, just a theory,
goes really
a
fast.
stream theory.
It's chewing up a lot of land really fast. And unlike a place that would just throw up coaster track and let you see it, we're not doing that. This all has to be
What if you give us candy? I wish I could,
and it has to leave riders as
or like a
breathless as
sticker.
the real Mount Everest. This 3-minute throw ride looks like it'll do just that. The train will rise 100 feet on one of the world's fastest.
Yeah, I
coasters.
hope it's good.
Plunge down 80 feet.
I want it to be easier for people to
Only
clip
spiral
things.
up again at a hair-raising 60-degree angle. Now, the question was whether the delicate balance between the mountain structure and coaster track would translate from the virtual world to the real one. The challenge was keeping the
virtual
vibrating track
world.
close to the rigid framework of the mountain, but not so close that they would ever touch.
Bring it closer to this guy over there.
I think so. I think we can get close to that without.
The two cannot touch, but they want to share, in some cases, the same space within space. And we try to maintain a separation of about 6 inches everywhere throughout the ride system.
The best place to
I don't
see
know
how
what they're talking about.
is right in the guts of the mountain, the internal support structure, where only a few engineers are allowed. It looks like Tinker Toys on steroids. But it's actually one of Disney's most
What?
sophisticated designs.
Tinker Toys on steroids. I mean, true, I guess.
And mountain structural system.
But the thing about Tinker Toys is that they're based off of how real buildings are.
It moves as the trains move through the mountain. It's designed to do that because the load of the train, as it moves through the hills, the drops, the curves, the turns, it's going to move.
I love when people say blank on steroids. It's very funny.
It's rigid, and it must be rigid because the rockwork, the skeleton or the surface, the skin of the mountain is all
These buildings look like scale models on steroids.
rigid static structure. We
As the project moves from design to construction, the team needs to access the entire surface of the 200-foot mountain in order to build it. But traditional scaffolding won't work.
This tennis court looks like ping pong on steroids.
Up next.
In the shadows of Mount Everest.
Is this an ad for the ride? It must be. Yes.
Those attempting to reach the summit must face
the Yeti. Him.
Expedition Everest, a chilling new ride, only at Disney's Animal Kingdom Park.
Badass. That's fucking awesome. That's fucking awesome. I love roller coasters. I also just love seeing old roller coaster and theme park commercials that are like, this is so intense. It's like, you don't get those anymore.
Laser goggles, crampons, just like these. Modern equipment hasn't changed much.
Are they on fucking Everest right now? Oh my gosh.
On a grueling climb, 29,000 feet above sea level.
The poor camera person.
Weighs only a quarter of this baby.
I've played Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 before. That's the only one I've ever played of the roller coaster tycoons. I've played like some Planet Coaster and stuff. But anyway, I didn't play it as a kid. I only played it like a couple years ago, and it was so confusing but fun.
Alright. And a camera too. Aside from a sleeping bag and a tent, some of the equipment that's gonna help you summit any peak, including Everest.
Hi, Mothman. Hello.
Stove, fuel, pot for cooking, and as well, we've got your more technical climbing gear. Carabiners with pulleys and ice screws. Of course, just as vital as your equipment is your clothing.
I don't care about this part as much. Is that bad? I want to go back to Disney. Hi, Oswald. Hi. Welcome.
A bit of air, another level of insulation. If you wore just one big thick layer,
should we speed him up?
Take it off and you freeze.
Here I go.
Key point. You start sweating, and the wind can just whip away all of that heat right away from your body, chilling you down quickly. And hypothermia is not
go faster.
So there's Everest Gear 101. Pack light, pack warm, and dress in layers.
Stay tuned for more from Les Stroud.
More from Les Stroud? No, we're going back to the theme park. Let me slow it down. Here we go.
Building a thrill ride Expedition Everest continues.
For months, a team of engineers and artists
Canadian PSA's like body break. I've never heard of that.
It's all part of a
Hypothermia is no joke. My helium voice. I sounded like Chip and Dale.
We should be able to come back in, kind of again crisp up these edges a little bit.
Artisans have to access every square inch.
Body break. Oh, of course, Canadian KR understands.
They have to see the mountain from
the Canadian PSAs.
Scaffolding would be too cumbersome and block their view. Trying to do both has the design team caught between a rock and a hard place.
And it's a mass of scaffolding, and it's
you will be knowing when you are Canadian.
See through it, to see the mountain, to see what we're doing. We can't use traditional scaffolding.
They come up with a solution.
Instead of doing conventional scaffolding out here, what I think I might be able to do is from the structure come out with members that just come out and provide a working surface. It's going to look like toothpicks coming out of the mountain.
Whoa.
They'll need more than 2,000 of these giant steel toothpicks to support the scaffolding.
This right here.
Are they gonna just be jutting out and everyone can see them? Surely not.
Back and it's supported by our structural steel, and we had it extend out 5 feet.
Oh no, a streamer did body break, but then they got copyright claimed or like cease and desist.
Once the construction
That's so sad.
done with a section of the mountain, what do they do with the tab arms?
We can then cut off the tabs one by one.
Oh, and then cover it up.
Cutting them all off took almost 3 months.
Oh my gosh.
Looking at this mountain 3 years from now is going to go, how was this possible? Because the clues will be gone.
The tabs
That's
also
so smart.
How to attach a rock-like surface to the steel framework of the mountain.
What we decided to do was a new method that we ended up calling the chip method.
They made more than
Chip?
3,000 rectangular rebar grids called chips, each as unique as a puzzle piece, with its own specific place on the 3D puzzle of the mountain's rock face.
And the chip method is taking that chip and hanging it on tab arms.
The same tab arms used for the scaffolding.
What? Huh? What? I missed it.
Designers used a computerized model they made earlier in the design process. Now they divide it into modules or chips, approximately 6 foot square.
Those modules are then bent into the rebar profiles that you see here. Each bar is a 3/8 inch diameter bar,
We have ads starting in about 5 minutes.
on the mountain.
Maybe we'll just be watching the man on the mountain during the ad break.
It takes almost
Be like, if you go to Mount Everest, then you'll be really cold, and make sure to bring food and stuff.
We get at least a couple big drifts of snow within this little rock formation that we got.
A mountain range now rises into the Florida sunlight, but it just doesn't.
Used to do painting and light sculpting for stuff like this, like big,
Mother Nature.
obviously not this big, but like for like life-size props and walls.
Maybe the designers were unwrapping their sandwiches for lunch when they came up with the answer: aluminum foil.
What? How are they gonna use that? What?
We're going to do the basic shapes by troweling the cement, and then while the cement is still wet,
I wonder what company they commissioned for this. Reynolds Wrap got $1 billion for this.
and our sculptors will go back over the entire process with a series of brushes and tool marks to finish it up.
Wow. There's like a solid metal inside
This is
that's
the Forbidden
lightweight.
Mountain range. So everything is sharp, it's spooky, very scary type of geology.
Oh, wow.
In the story, the Forbidden Mountains are very high and very far away.
One of the things that we were trying to do is create the
Props
perspective.
parade floats. Theme park settings and more. Wow, Teaspoon, that's amazing.
Is 29,000
That's super
feet.
cool. Love the work, not the workplace. Aw, dang.
Using a trick of the
I'm glad you had fun though. That's a really cool, amazing thing to be able to contribute to.
Where we have a foreground,
And so much artistry involved as well. Super cool.
negative space, and then a background.
Forced perspective is common on a smaller scale in set design.
I love me some forced perspective. Forced perspective mentioned.
So this is
So awesome.
mountains have to look realistic from both near and far. Guests may even snap a closer look with telephoto lenses.
When the guests are very close to the rock has to appear to be one-to-one, and as the guests are further from it, then it has to be increasingly further and further away.
In order to accomplish the illusion of the mountain looking 30,000 feet high, we have to reduce
Who up forcing their perspective? I love this kind of stuff too, Teaspoon. I'm glad you're here. This is like my favorite stuff in the world. I love anything involving like theming and
with paint and lots of it. 2,000
theming and immersion. I said the I word, immersion.
sleight of hand.
But it's true. I love it. I like things.
Realistically, it's not going to read properly. So we've really got to make adjustments in color and value. Even the snow is not all the same color white. We have 4 different grays that we paint for snow.
Even with the bugs worked
So
out of
cool.
the mountain, there's still a lot to do before opening day. The story calls for
It has to look real but exaggerated at the same time. It's really cool.
looks like a steam train. Climbing the real Everest might be easier than this.
Climbing the real Everest might be easier than this.
And Les Stroud.
Fuck. How much of that? How long is that? Only like a minute. Okay, well, we're just gonna have to watch it. The ad doesn't start for a minute and a half. Hi, noob.
Climbers approaching from the south side will need to cross the Kumba ice field, a dangerous maze of nasty crevasses.
Crevasses. Hello, Worthless Waste. Hello, welcome in. Noob, we're watching an awesome TV special from the Discovery Channel from like 2005 or something, 2006, about Expedition Everest at Walt Disney World, Animal Kingdom. I love when he says crevasses.
Using ice screws and snow stakes. Last year, The ice fall had 12 crossings.
I don't like you, Lestro. I don't like him, but I like when he says crevasses. That's my feelings on him.
Actually, crossing on the ladders isn't all that tough. Just takes some good balance.
Climbers wear rigid boots like these and crampons.
You could practice.
Crap on us? Sorry. That's what makes me laugh so hard. I can't help but love funny poopy jokes.
Climbers wear rigid boots like these and crampons.
You can practice and train for it in your own backyard.
Thank you for clipping that. I have to show my friend this later. My dear friend Nico and I have such similar like humor styles.
Many mountaineers claim that this is the most daunting part of climbing Everest. And if I were over a true
It seems like it. Oh my god. The crevasse!
It's just mind over matter.
It's just mind over matter.
There. Now using your ladder to
I feel like it would be even scarier to be filmed while doing that. But he is a real professional, this Les Strauss.
For more from Les Stroud.
Stroud?
Building a thrill ride
Les Stroud.
Expedition Everest continues.
Okay, ad watchers. Ad watchers, I think we're just gonna have to keep watching. I'm sorry.
Expedition Everest is working, rain or shine.
Your eyes are red.
Can they finish the attraction in time for opening day?
18 plus only stream, by the way. I am under the effects of my bubble bong.
For the millions of guests who will visit Expedition Everest, the adventure begins here. In this village, things are
What do you
definitely
think?
not what
I
they
gotta
seem.
smoke it again though, so that I can re-read my eyes.
And we want to work into these buildings a certain amount of distortion. None of these buildings in the real world are vertical plumb.
Yeah, no kids allowed. If you're under 18, get out of here. Respectfully.
Over many, many years of existence.
Architects need to capture the look of an
I'm
ancient
bubble bong. I'm bubble bong. That's the way it is.
It's a stone building.
Blowing the bubbles back into the bong to sober up. It's magic.
So the right-hand side of the building is sinking.
We are on the ads coaster now. Sorry, ad watchers.
To set the windows so that they are all no longer in a horizontal line, but starting to sag down.
So on this building, we've got the rammed earth construction.
All of the architecture of the Tibetan Himalayas is symbolic. Every color has meaning.
Symbolic.
Something
Wow.
black around the windows is to actually heat the wall up so that hot air is drawn into the building and keeps it warm.
Whoa.
We're using red on the corners.
Hi, Phoenix. Hi. How's it going?
Color. And what it is that you want to protect the corners, protect around the openings of doorways.
What's inside the buildings is just as important to the story as what's outside.
We acquired over 8,000 props. So that should give an idea of almost a museum-like quality of your experience.
The
Getty
props team went on a
Museum.
secondhand shopping spree in Tibet. They bought every day.
You're home to chill and watch videos. Yippee! We're watching a TV special about Expedition Everest. The roller coaster at Animal Kingdom. The super awesome ride. The showstopper.
If they're willing to part with some of their things, then we'll buy them new things instead.
These are like handmade.
Can I take your antiques? I'll buy you new things.
Probably was a year's worth of nails, so I'm sure he took a nice vacation after we did business with him. We tend to go into a lot of these places and buy out the entire store.
Okay.
Wow.
It's kind of like if you walked into Sears and said, "Yeah, I'll take it."
Good for the local businesses.
Even new
Hi, Sonic Wind. How's it going? Hi.
centuries.
We had to, through many sort of strange physical means, make these pieces.
I should let Budo
That can
out.
make the artist a little testy, especially when they've
Be
created
right back.
something really special.
I try my best to let the artisans finish it completely and then have a separate crew of artisans age it.
Have a good lurk, noob.
Thank you very
Udo's here.
Masterpiece after it's been glued
The
back together.
AIDS masterpiece? What is...
Very well.
That's...
It's kind of
What?
funny out here and everybody
What did he
makes fun of it.
actually say?
It's a technique using peat moss.
Aged? The aged masterpiece. That's they're mucking it up! Let's go.
The buildings, on the statues, on the wood, and it's kind of the final touch of aging.
The peat moss creates random blotches,
Peat moss.
an artistic version of age spots.
People often ask, why do we put in this detail when
Yeah, muck that shit.
necessarily going to see the detail?
Well, we really feel that our guests can absorb a lot of that detail, and it really adds to the richness.
I love the flags.
Everything is so
So
realistic.
cool.
When it rains, when you're in a storm, it just feels more real. So it kind of looks great in the rain.
It does.
Ride designers work on the coaster. The biggest challenge here is staying true to the story.
We wanted to tell the story of an Asian village at the base of the Forbidden Mountains where trekkers are going to take a steam train through the Forbidden Mountains.
Yeti.
This little steam train's going to pull up and let off steam.
So cute. I love the ride vehicles.
For your very convenient and merry trip through the pass to Everest.
But there's a problem. How to make a roller coaster look like a steam train and sound like a steam train, but thrill riders like a roller coaster. It starts with the car design.
It's an aluminum structure with fiberglass panels bolted to it. That was the most efficient structure.
You don't put it in for people to notice them. You put them in there because people will notice if they're not there. That's very succinct and true. The more detail, the better. The more immersed you feel.
The challenge through the design process was getting each one of these subsystems to come in on budget.
Joe Rohde is so good at that. Like, that's why everyone loves him.
It's up to the artist
As an Imagineer, he was so good at like making things feel real and really capturing the vibe and feeling of what it would be like to be there.
But there's another difference between a coaster car and a steam engine. Steam.
We have a steam effect, so when the train comes in, you get the feeling that it really is letting the steam go, getting ready to go out again.
It takes some smoke and mirrors to transform a coaster car into a steam engine.
Yeah, what do you mean, Gardrek? Are we talking about noises like sound design of an area?
Our steam effect. The steam has a boiler, which is right outside the building.
The trick is getting the steam from outside the building, inside the train, and out the smokestack.
That boiler will feed these pipes down here, go through some regulators, some filters, comes out, and we have two special nozzles. We have these fan nozzles on either side of the train, underneath the train. The steam goes off, and it goes under the train, goes up the smokestack, and...
The music like scared me. That is really cool.
Heading into the Forbidden Mountains.
Yeah. Oh my god, it's ride time.
Broken track, you come to a dead halt, and
I love the dead end part. I never noticed the footprints. What?
Oops, we have to get away from the Yeti. And so now our journey becomes get back home, get away from the destruction wrought by the Yeti, and return back to the village.
Here's the dilemma. The train has to suddenly come to a stop, reverse, and go backwards in 6 seconds.
I don't know if the analogy makes sense. I can kind of see what you mean.
There's a good reason why not. It's really hard to do.
As an analogy lover, I rank that as a B- analogy, but I still get it.
Ordinary switches.
We're standing right here at brake zone 2.
I'm a big fan of analogies.
There's two identical switches. These track switches pose the most challenging design issue that we had on this project. These track switches weigh 200,000 pounds apiece. We had to fly them in.
I didn't understand it at all. That's funny.
Creative requirement to meet with the storyline was that they operate.
It's like a QR code or something. I don't know. Whoa. Track switch incoming.
The computer gives a signal that unlocks the locking devices. The track switch rotates, and the locking devices relock.
Ooh.
6 seconds, and then the train
Wow.
With the train
So
cars,
cool.
tracks, and track switches in place, the team is ready for a critical test, which would take the train around the mountain for the first time.
Tower, can I have an enable?
Coming up, the moment of
Can I have an edible? Is what he said.
containers of water and ready to roll. Later, meet the star of Expedition
Yeti. Oh. It sure is elusive. Yeti now. With less strap, let's fucking go.
You know, we've all seen those Hollywood films where the action hero goes sliding down a mountainside out of control and in the very last second plunges his ice axe in and does a one-arm rescue. Looks good for film, but it ain't real. In fact, what it is a good way to pull
Your
the
name
arm
is
out of
also
the
Les.
socket.
Leslie.
What I'm gonna show you,
But is your last name Stroud? Also, can you climb Mount Everest?
including one as big as Everest. When the slope gets this steep,
This is giving me throwbacks to the Disney hotel programming. Now I think they just give you Disney Plus,
the proper way to hold on to an ice axe is tight to your body.
like full access to it, which is pretty cool, but
Keep the sharp, spiky end.
it's not
away
the
from your face.
same.
When you can, flip over to your stomach and jam it in. Kind of like this.
Oh, funny Les.
Well, that's not quite as sexy as Hollywood. Then again, reality never is.
Reality never is. He's so like, I am a mountain climber, a man of the mountains. He's so badass about it.
As the Imagineers begin the crucial test of their Expedition Everest design.
It doesn't feel real.
Coaster fully loaded around the track for the first time. They slowly move the train out of the maintenance building on a movable track table.
The heavier the train is, the faster it goes on the track. So we want to put some weight in here. We're putting 170 pounds per seat. These water dummies are acting as our guests for our first drop test.
We got water dummies in. This is
The
cool.
purpose of the drop test is test to make sure that we've done our energy calculations correct on this design. We're just real
Those
excited.
people must be so strong.
Let her go.
Anyone here a water dummy? I'm an air sign. So I'm an
Drink
airhead.
water, pretty please.
Thank you, I love water.
Crack those bones.
I'm dummy thick. Does that count? That's funny. Does that count? Kind of. I'd say so. I'll stretch too, thank you. I'm trying to stretch my neck even though it hurts. Hee hee.
Good job, guys. Made it back. Way to go, guys. Good job. That was the first test. First time it's ever been around the mountain.
Wow. Yay.
There's one more thing.
Successful run.
By opening day, and there'd
I've
be
seen other parks use sandbags. Yeah, I know that's pretty common. But the water dummies can be seated empty and filled with a hose, so it's easier on the workers. That sounds a lot better. That's smart.
Or even what exactly it may be. But we do know that it's embedded in Tibetan culture.
There are many different ways that you see
Many.
And you see the Yeti in the more elevated art that is associated
Wow.
with
This is all art that's in the queue.
and the fortress.
And I guess the outside
The
facade
Yeti
as well.
is a real living animal. We position the Yeti as justifiably angry. He is sabotaging the railroad. He's driving us out of the mountain. His message is you don't have a right to everything you might want to claim.
Whoa.
Right? And that's a good message in conservation.
I love that. Hi, Red Fern. Hello. Joe Rody.
Legend of the Yeti brought to life.
Bringing an imaginary creature to life is the ultimate science project. The design team.
He's so real for that. Yeah, he's like a protector of the mountain. It's like a conservatory message, which is the whole like meaning behind Animal Kingdom. It's supposed to have like a conservatory message of the earth to take care of it. It's beautiful.
We're taking component parts that we think are the most logical pieces for this character in this environment in this story.
The secret to breathing life into the Yeti.
Hi, Walt Disney.
Walt Disney himself.
To accomplish this, we created a new type of animation.
Hey, Grandpa Fuckhead. Hi, Hazy Horns. Funny birdie. Oh, I love the Enchanted Tiki Room.
This is where Disney created the most advanced animatronics creature ever, Expedition Everest's Yeti. Only a handful.
Okay, before we start talking about the Yeti animatronic, I do have to give the disclosure. Maybe some of you know this, but maybe some of you don't. this Yeti animatronic was infamous for only being open, like, and functioning and fully moving for like 2 or 3 months when the ride first, debuted and opened to the public. And then it broke. Well, it didn't break, but there was so much force that was being put on the structure of the mountain. Well, we'll see ahead of time. But it just made it like too dangerous. They had to turn it off.
Only a handful of Imagineers are allowed.
It really sucks, and it's been static for like 25 years or so. So it's a bummer. Look how awesome it is.
They're trying to prevent a case of Yeti identity theft. But it seems like this creature could protect himself. He's 25 feet tall, 4 tons, about the size of a bull elephant, and very
Oh my god.
Throughout the figure, there are
It was the largest animatronic ever built at the time.
The motion that you see figure, the arm forward, the wrist, the elbow.
When I first ran it, I stood in front of it, and he just came right in front of my face, and I was just like, oh my gosh, this is really amazing. This is going to scare people.
Oh my god, wait, it's gonna swing. That's crazy.
This Yeti is the single biggest dynamic figure that has ever been built. There is nothing
Joe Rody
that is this big that moves this fast in the world of animation. It's really pretty cool.
Oh, it was pretty cool, Joe. It was.
It's so dynamic that it couldn't be built like a traditional animated figure where his mass and movements were supported off of his legs. So what the engineers did is we designed a horizontal slide and a vertical slide in this long...
I want to talk a little more about it. I didn't get to see it move, no. Like, I went to Disney World a few times as a kid, and I'm very lucky for that, just because I lived, like, on the East Coast, and I had family in Florida, and I was able to do that. But, what was I gonna say? I have gone on the ride before, but I think I closed my eyes. I was, like, really, really afraid of the Yeti, so I might have closed my eyes when we went, through like the cave where you pass by him on the track. What was I was gonna talk more about the Yeti. Okay, yeah. So I should play music. One moment. Okay, because I'm talking and talking, but that is what I do as a Twitch streamer. They could have made it more structurally, like, basically. Hi, Aardvark. Joe Rody has talked, like, he's retired now, unfortunately, so we don't know if it'll ever be fixed, but he came out before being like, I want to fix the Yeti. It's possible to fix the Yeti so that he could be, like, moving and swinging again. But basically, they would have to, one, close the ride for, like, a really long time, which is kind of not worth it for Disney to do as a choice, which I think is stupid. I think they should do it. Hi, Kadya. Hello. But, like, since it's, like, the e-ticket headlining attraction of the park, pretty much, if not, like, probably Flight of Passage at the fucking Pandora Land. I don't care about Avatar, so I kind of don't like it. But it's still good. I just don't give a fuck about it. Anyway, that's a completely different conversation. But it's, like, one of the only 2 big rides in the park. So they would have to, like... What would they have to do? They'd have to close the ride for, like, at least probably 6 months to a year. They would have to take apart the mountain and take the Yeti out and, like, move him out and then rebuild it with, like, stronger material, maybe? I don't know. It'd have to be, like, really, really, really reinforced steel or something. I don't know. They would have to do something to it, and it's just, like, not worth it for Disney to do that, apparently. They're like, we can't close that ride. Everyone likes that ride. They won't come to the park if it's not here. Whatever, man.
It's really pretty cool.
They have the only avatars I care about are Aang and Korra. So true.
That it couldn't be built like a
I don't like those blue guys.
And movements were supported off of his legs. So what the engineers did is we designed a horizontal slide and a vertical slide.
Get me to sub it and play the part of the Yeti. I'm not big enough, and my arms aren't long enough. My wingspan can't chalk up to his standards.
3,000 PSI hydraulic
Yeah, it's the ride at Animal Kingdom, still to this day, even without it moving.
All of the cylinders, the linear actuators on this, the thrust they produce is greater than a 747 airliner.
There's no question this monster's a marvel of engineering.
That's just one big machine.
So we're really
He was big. His big smile. He was big.
But in this case, the Yeti is such a tour de force of engineering itself, engineering apart from the illusion, that it's worth talking about the amazing work that's been done just by the engineers on
I'm
this
secretly a wizard. That's funny, Bumble. Look at how fucking big that hand is. Oh my gosh. You had no idea that there were theme park TV specials before this. They made them back in the day. It was always Discovery Channel. And like History Channel too.
In traditional animation or film animation is you're just trying to get your shot right for the scene. With audio animatronics animation, we have to make sure it looks good from every angle because guests will be going through a three-dimensional space.
The animators produce position data. It tells each of the
Hazy Horns. I don't like those blue guys, Gargamel. Yeah, that's a real quote. He said that.
This console here that was developed back in the 1960s helps us to be more artistic with the figure. So we can go through it like a puppeteer would go through. But we also, with our graphical editor...
Yeah, we could grab the finger of that Yeti animatronic and feel like a newborn baby grabbing it like an adult's finger with your little baby hands.
We always feel like we have to get into character, you know, just like a method actor would. So I started by going to the zoo with my sketchbook. And I just watch the way they move, and I get a feel for, you know, their motion.
Dreadlocks.
A range of sizes,
Okay.
a range of thicknesses.
The finishing designer also looks to the animals for details like hair and nails, and then creates them in the lab.
The nails are
Oh, cool.
fiberglass body, and they're painted to look like dingy animal nails.
Then there's the skin-tight fur that fastens on.
Bro gets to draw on a sketchbook at the zoo for a job. No fair. It's still a job though, you know. It's an awesome job.
And there's
But still a job.
fur fabric. The spandex layer goes underneath the fur, and it protects the fur from the mechanics on the inside.
All dressed up
Wow.
and ready to go. It's a very scary picture.
When you're on the ride and you see the Yeti for the first time...
Maybe now that we're 27 years in the future, they could use new robotics for the Yeti. Yeah, maybe they could build it, like rebuild it to be more lightweight as well, so that it doesn't do as much damage to the structure of the mountain.
Finished creature, it was fantastic.
There's 4.5
So cool.
Just get
That
those.
looks great. I mean, it's just coming down.
Time to pack up the Yeti for the move from
It would be a really big financial investment for them, though. I would love for them to do it, but I just wonder if they ever will, or if they're like, no, we don't want to. No. We have to spend $10 million. No.
We've come a long way. Virtually everything in the exterior is complete.
I'm moving
now.
these
The
back up.
buildings have all their surfaces on them. We're beginning to install the special effects in the mountain that create the mist, that create the sounds. We'll start testing lighting.
More investors. Businesses.
One of the challenges is when we found out from the creative team.
Ellie!
Look.
Be starting right back soon. Be starting right back soon. Hello, everybody. Welcome in. I'm Jules. Hi, Ellie. How was your Voices of the Void stream? Hi. We're watching something really cool. We're at the end of it, but tonight we're watching a lot of theme park TV specials from like the early 2000s and the 90s. It's awesome. If you don't know me, hi, I'm Jules. I love theme parks. My favorite restaurant is Rainforest Cafe. Nice to meet you. Yeah, what did the voices say? It was fun and good and scared and happy. Yay! Happy is most important. I'm under the effects of drugs, of weed. Just letting you all know, that's why my eyes look like this. I don't have my zoom in my OBS. I gotta remake my Zoom. But we're gonna be watching another one after this, but this is about Expedition Everest, which is an awesome roller coaster at Animal Kingdom in Florida, White Disney World. Your tolerance break is oval? I wanted weed really bad. So I broke after like 5 days. I'm going through it right now. I decided that now is not a good time for me to take an extended tolerance break, but I did take a 5-day break. I did. I took a 5-day break. There's still a Rainforest Cafe not too far out. Oh, Budo is here. Budo just flew right over my head. Not too far, and I want to go there. You should so go there. Not every Rainforest... Hi, Budo. Not every Rainforest Cafe is created equal, just as a note. But I hope the one you're close to is a good one. It'll be fun no matter what, but there's like better ones and worse ones as far as theming and design of the interior goes. And one of them even has a ride, like a river rapids ride attached to it. I would love to go to that one someday. If you somehow haven't seen the Eddie Burback Rainforest Cafe video, that is a good one. Anyway, Ellie, I don't know if you're still here, but if you are, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Please get some rest. And I'm glad you had an awesome Voices of the Void stream. I'm gonna put lip balm on and then we're gonna keep watching. The one I used to go to when I was little was the same one they used in Paul Blart Mall Cop. Famous. Ed and Eddie. Eddie Blowback. I like that guy. Okay. We're starting. La la la.
Mountain snow blowing off the peak, we realized that we were going to be competing with Mother Nature, and that's always a huge challenge.
Eddie Burback is so badass. He's cute. I think that's a cute guy, and he's funny. I like him.
Right in the direct point of it, and
I don't watch every one of his videos, but I do like him.
Voila! Mist. As important as it is to get the visual effects right,
Mist. I love eating mist.
Fine-tune the audio.
There's this distant cry of the Yeti that you hear when you're paused up at the broken tracks in the mountain.
What does the cry of an imaginary creature sound like? You gotta use your imagination.
That's silly. I like that he did the swing, the Yeti swing.
We hear the
Oh my gosh!
But it might be as late as...
The cry of the Yeti is only one of the sounds of the mountain.
The other thing is this whole echo, this whole notion that the mountain's really big, really big.
Thank you for clipping.
The secret of the sound is hidden in the mountain.
Whoa, look at this old PC technology. Windows XP screensaver spotted. Look at that shape bouncing around. Oh, how I love it. Oh, how I miss it.
Speakers placed throughout. A lot of them in rock work, some of them hidden under the track.
With the ambience mixed in with the Doppler as we come around the corner.
Like, we can always adjust them independently.
Okay.
Yeah, let's take the next one. We can always check it from the overlook as well. Yeah, essentially, we have the world's biggest audio tour.
After 3 years of preparation, it's finally time for the train to leave the station for real.
For
real. The model predicted very accurately how the vehicle would move and what the show timing would be. What the model can't predict is the physical sensation of what it's like to be in that vehicle. It looks really exciting. I'm excited about the opportunity to actually finally sit in it and ride it.
Yay, that must be so exciting. It's kind of crazy that screensavers are not a thing anymore. Can you still set screensavers in Windows? But like, yeah, I was just thinking like I should give my computer a cool screensaver if there is a cool one.
On for years, seeing people's faces light up when they are surprised by what you know is coming.
I'm so excited, I can't
wait. They're going. Wow. Imagine being one of the first people to ever ride a roller coaster, like a new roller coaster. That would be so scary and exciting. That guy was wearing a shirt that said, "I'm a keeper." Front row with the "I'm a keeper" shirt. It's so cool. Well, yeah, even imagine being the first person to ride a roller coaster ever. Especially because those roller coasters were so scary and dangerous and did not have seat belts. The riders for the first 3 months are the only ones that had the full ride experience. It's true. Everyone else has seen a not moving Yeti, and that's like the main symbol of the entire ride. Would have been so fucking awesome to see. I'm a keeper.
And the Yeti, that hand going down, I'm right there.
Whoa, so cool. He's swinging. Oh my god, the blinking yellow eyes are so cool.
Probably the first one that ever actually scared me.
It was awesome. I've never experienced a ride like that. Totally awesome.
That's how I am with roller coasters. Like, when I was a kid, I was pretty afraid of roller coasters, especially my first big one, which was Kraken at SeaWorld Orlando. That was my first big roller coaster. But, like, now, it's really hard to scare me with a roller coaster. I just have too much fun. So, I know how that girl feels. Aw, so cute.
For every Imagineer, especially Joe Rohde, the writer's excitement echoes their love of the Everest story. It seems the attractions as
You're on one of those swinging ships and all it has was the bar to grip onto. I think that's how they usually are. How big was it? I don't like those rides. I didn't go on my first one until recently, and my tummy got a little sick on it.
And this incredible Yeti. I think it's pretty cool.
That is so cool. I want to see it again.
Yeti. I think it's pretty cool.
That thing is scary as fuck, dog. That's so cool. I wish it still worked. One day, maybe. Cool as fuck. Oh my god. Oh my god, baby. I have to pee. I have to pee. And we're gonna watch another one, but I would love to let you all decide what the next one we should watch is. Because I don't think we'll be able to watch all the ones that I had lined up. So before I go pee, I think we should start a poll. Okay. And I want it to be a 5-minute poll, a good amount of time for people to vote. Okay? If Ahmad is listening. Here's what we got. We could... Refresh. I like the thumbnail. We could watch Alien Encounters opens at Walt Disney World. There's Michael Eisner, our boy, in the left-hand corner, and some other guy on the right. This is about a now defunct ride at Walt Disney World in Tomorrowland. That was really, really scary and crazy. And then it got rebranded and changed into Stitch's Great Escape, which is an infamous ride because Stitch farts in all of your faces and you smell it. You smell the farts. But it used to be this really, really scary ride called Alien Encounters. No, just Alien Encounter. I don't know why there's an S on it on the thumbnail. That smell was so awful. And now it's gone. So we could watch that. I'll start the poll, actually. I can type these out easier. One moment. What we watch next? Alien Encounter. I don't know how much I have. How many characters I have. Alien Encounter. Documentary. Oh, I don't have that much. Okay. Alien Encounter. This one is called Disney's Imagineers. Which just kind of goes over like all of the rides in general. At the time. This is from 2002 though. Tower of Terror, Splash Mountain, Pirates of the Caribbean. So like a lot of different things. You rode Alien Encounter when you were a kid? How was that? I wish I got the chance to experience that, even though I'd scream and piss my pants, probably. Disney's Imagineers, that is our second option. And then the third option is called America's Thrill Makers, Walt Disney World from 2003. So this is like more focused around the thrill rides. This is around like classic things like Splash Mountain, Pirates of the Caribbean. It does say Tower of Terror though. But I kind of want to watch this one. I would maybe vote for this one if I needed to vote or was able to. Or I don't know. They all seem awesome. But this is called America's Thrill Makers. It goes over like Tower of Terror, Rock and Roller Coaster, Countdown to Extinction, Test Track, and Mission Space. Oh my god, this ride makes everyone puke. Okay, America's Thrill Makers. That's the third option. I am starting a 5-minute timer. Please vote. I don't know if I should... No, I'll just start the poll. You can't vote with additional points. Okay. I'm gonna take a pee break. I hate that Megadeth. That's a Megadeth album. That's funny. Okay, we're going to BRB. I'm gonna give you guys your sock scuffle too. Make sure to vote in the poll if you're listening. Just take a quick moment to tap your screen with your preference. I'm doing this for you. Hi, Patrick. I'm going to the bathroom. Sock scuffle starting soon. I'll be back.
Hello! Hoo-hoo! I'm here in the show!
Hello.
I've been at the Museum of Science and Industry all
Wow.
day. I hope you're all having a magic time with amusement parks,
Wee. Hi, Fira. Let me turn the music down. Yay. I hope you've been having a great day at the museum. I love museums. Museums are so wonderful. We've kind of been learning, I mean, we've been watching the Discovery Channel. That's where our TV special's been. So we've been learning a bit about like industrial science, whatever, too. I hope you've been having a lot of fun today. Disney Channel, my beloved. I mean, not Disney, Discovery Channel. I was looking at the word Disney on my screen. Hi, Den Crow, and hi, Fira. We're voting right now. It's almost over, though, on what we're watching next. You only have a couple more seconds.
Stay hydrated, Jules.
Alien Encounter 1. Alien Encounter. Well, maybe we'll watch 3. Alien Encounters is crazy. I'm very excited. Let me just get that ready. Okay. Here we go. I'm very excited. I never got to go on Alien Encounter. I've only heard about it, but it looks really, really awesome. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Hello. All right. Oh, and congrats to the winner of the sock scuffle, which I think was Underguard. Here we go. Journey into terror. Oh, we have to do a new pinned message. We're watching
Super Sock
Let me
Squad.
copy and paste it.
Thank you, mods.
Alien Encounter in New Tomorrowland. That's a long title. Oh. If a mod could pin that, it's not letting me pin messages. We're watching keyboard shortcuts. What?
Those who believe that the government
The fuck did I copy and paste? What is he saying? Wait, I'm sorry. He's talking about something crazy. Mods, please pin that message. And then we'll start hearing Michael Eisner talk about some insane bullshit. Mods! Bumble. You're funny. I literally can't pin it. Flashing lights warning for alien encounters? Wonder if there will be flashing in this actual thing. I don't know. Wait, what the fuck? This might not actually be about the ride. This might be... Okay. Let's see.
Military installations somewhere in the United States.
Is Allie here?
There are those who believe that the government is hiding the remains of an alien spacecraft.
Why is it broken for everyone?
With more and more scientific evidence.
There's no captions for this one.
Fuck. The idea of creatures from another planet might not be as far-fetched as we once thought. In fact, one of you out there could have the next alien encounter. Enjoy tonight's special. I'm gonna walk over and see if I can sneak a peek.
Hello, Otaku Cowboy. Hi. That's so silly. Do you guys still want to watch this if it's just a 40-minute special about people having alien encounters and, like, supposedly? Or would you rather watch something actually about rides? Let's watch it for a little bit. But we can change if we want to.
Of extraterrestrial life forms routinely arriving on Earth.
I'll probably bail in like 10 minutes, but I'll humor it. I already skimmed it. It's just I don't see anything of the ride.
World figures who have gone public with their own extraterrestrial
Yeah. 5 or 10 minutes. We'll stay.
History of government misinformation programs designed to prevent
This is insane.
And personal accounts of those who have been abducted and studied against their will.
It's happened to me, it's happened to my sister, and I believe my mother.
My son looks me straight in the eyes, and he says, "They took blood out of you, Mama."
They don't ask permission, they take you.
But it's such an incredible secret, nobody wants to believe it.
There is valuable scientific
This is crazy.
that planet Earth.
This is insane. How high are we? I'm pretty high.
That is not.
I'm high. I'm not like crazy high, but I'm high.
Stop it.
From beyond the boundaries of our perceptions, intelligent beings are beckoning mankind to join the galactic community. It's an invitation which is both wondrous and terrifying.
1994.
This is the nature of alien encounters.
Oh my god. Oh, we're at Tomorrowland.
The unique ability to ignore the obvious, especially when the facts reveal a disturbing truth.
It's a Tomorrowland. That's so funny.
Around the Earth.
Oh, hey, man.
Galileo demonstrated the reverse is true in 1634. He was charged with
Who is this?
and placed under house
He was on the
arrest
thumbnail, but I don't know who he is.
The charges were later dropped.
After he died? Okay, bro.
Now as we approach
Yeah, Galileo died under house arrest, but like we dropped the charges after, so it's fine.
With intelligent life from other planets. For nearly 50 years, officials have been documenting routine alien encounters here on Earth. And thousands of people have seen or experienced this alien presence. Yet many others still refuse to acknowledge the obvious evidence all around them. What is it like to be confronted by a creature whose intelligence and skill is far beyond the comprehension of mankind? Would it be enlightening? Would it be an exercise in terror? Or perhaps both?
What a wacky way to advertise a theme park, right? We're at Disney!
These
Yay!
concepts are brought to life as guests experience their own alien encounter. A sensory thriller from Disney and George Lucas. We'll give you a sneak preview later in the show. But first, we must prepare you for the future with some shocking insights from the recent past. Alien ships seem to arrive in waves. And if the last few years are any indication, planet Earth is experiencing a tsunami.
That's so fuzzy. Anything?
Mexico City, 1992. If you were arriving from outer space, this would be your
I'm
first
skimming.
stop. It's the world's largest.
I see nothing of the ride.
Easy to spot from a distance. Saucers arriving here have an affinity for military helicopters.
I'm skipping. I'm skipping to this part.
Well, this is when the airmen come, they slip and fall on their butts.
What? They slip and fall on their butts.
Is a sort of innocence about their perceptions. I will present these cards of different heads, and there's Santa Claus, Batman, policeman, a clown, Ninja Turtle, an alien. What we do is to see how
this is what happens if you skip to 33 minutes into an alien encounter.
Moving, because I've seen children just collapse when they see the drawing of the alien crying, hugging their fathers or their mothers in terror.
Well, she was 4 years old, and she was past bedwetting and all of that behavior. She was beyond that.
I think we're good. I think I've had my fun with Journey into Terror alien encounter. Okay. That means we're going to the runner-up, which was America's Thrill Makers, which I'm really excited to watch. New pinned message. We are watching that. Okay. Here we go. Whoa, this awesome music.
Walt Disney World Resort.
Crunchy.
When you think of the sprawling vacation destination near Orlando, Florida, do you picture thrill rides?
What is that voice? I know that voice. That sounds like a voice actor. Who is that? Also, the audio is so crunchy. It's Robin from Teen Titans. Oh my god, you're so fucking right. That's so true. Thank you, Allie. Thank you so much.
Well, you should, because they've got some of the most awesome rides.
This fucking rocks. This fucking rocks. I get to see Tower of Terror. Yay! I love Tower of Terror.
Get chased by a man-eating dinosaur.
Carnotaurus.
Go 0 to 60 in 2.8
I'm turning it down a little.
Or battle the elements as you blast into space.
Mission space moment. Oh!
Apex of modern ride design. Greatest thrill makers. Now,
whoa.
You'll see these rides like never before. As we take
Test track. Mission space.
Inside Disney's most intense ride experiences to find out what makes them tick. How do you drop faster than the speed of gravity? How do you replicate
They pull you.
the sensation of a space launch? And what goes on inside of us?
Original Test Track, my beloved. Are you excited that they're changing it again from Test Track 2.0 to, I guess, 3.0 now? I'm excited.
Cameras,
I hope it's better.
And 6 brave riders.
Whoa.
We'll find out now.
They're so 2000s. Rush, 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 thrill. So awesome.
Back in the 50s, Walt Disney filled his first theme park with attractions based on a strong sense of theming, very different from all the big speed rides of the day. Over the years, we've come to connect the Disney name to these types of themed park rides. That may be why a lot of us don't immediately associate Disney with thrill rides.
I love that we get to hear Robin narrate this whole thing. California's screaming. Whoa. Space Mountain. I guess this might also have flashing lights. The truth is, like, there's just a lot of flashing lights in theme parks, rides, and stuff. That's what the Yeti is now. It just flashes at you.
Seek them out, scream like crazy, and go back for more. What happens to our bodies as they're subjected to the power these rides dish out? Going higher.
That's just California Adventure. So funny. It's so funny to see fucking, I believe it's called like the Maliboomer. This one coming up. This is just a carnival ride. I can't believe that. Why? I don't know why California Adventure thought that this was a good idea in early 2000s. The fucking Maliboomer. It's gone now. It's so funny though.
Steeper.
I want the Yeti to flash me.
And how does it all work?
Whoa, dinosaur. Oh my god! Maybe we should repin the message and add flashing warning. Flash warning. Let me do it.
To person. From expert to expert.
A thrill to me is not a thrill to you. It should accelerate your heartbeat. Thrill is a
There's Joe Vrody again.
The hippocampus in the brain is a very primitive organ, which I think where all the thrills come from.
If it doesn't excite your system, then it's simply not thrilling.
There are different categories of thrill rides out there.
Is that Daft Punk for a split second? The sound? I didn't hear it.
There are different categories of thrill rides out there.
Maybe it was a similar instrument.
All found at the Walt Disney World Resort in Florida.
I type so. That's okay. I know there's a delay. It's the nature of streaming.
A catapult coaster, high-speed reality, and the newest type of ride.
Thank you, Allie.
Classification, Mission Space.
Oh, that's so funny. I'm sorry. I'm such a park head. I'm such a theme park sicko. Mission Space is just like, nobody likes Mission Space, but this must have come out like around the time that Mission Space was just opening, so they made this to promote it and push it. Or at least like they wanted to push it a little more since it was brand new. But like 20 years later, 22 years later, it's just kind of funny to hear that. We're all sickos here. Yeah, we're all a little sick. Hi, Aunt Bananas and Pinatas. Hi.
I've never really been adverse to thrill rides, but I never really actively sought them out either.
I'm kind of an engineering geek. In fact, this is what I want to do with my life. I want to design these thrill rides here in the park.
Whoa.
I love speed.
I wonder if he did.
I like
speed.
I like motorcycles. I like skydiving.
Ever since I was
Wow.
a little kid, I've been such a Disney fanatic. My parents used to bring me here almost every summer, and I could never get enough.
I'm not afraid of anything. I love thrill rides, except water. I hate water rides with a passion.
I've always had a fear of heights.
Water hater. And he's scared.
Rides, I just never wanted to go.
They got such a big a wide scope of people. Down and down and down
One
and
of the
down.
resort's most thrilling rides is
The
at
hat. This hat is not here anymore. When I went to Disney World as a kid, this hat was definitely here. And I remember loving it. So I'm sad that it's gone now. It's very silly though. I like it. It's cute. Matt is single. That's right, ladies.
Tower of Terror.
You worked the tail wall? Oh my god, I switched the L's and the R's and what I was trying to say. Tail wall. I love Tower of Terror! Oh my gosh. What did you do when you worked there, tail wall? Ah, I love that ride. It's one of the greatest.
Theme park attraction at the resort. Some call it the best attraction Disney has ever created.
The Tower of Terror attraction.
People still say that to this day.
It's sort of like something you really don't want to go on, but you're drawn toward it for some reason.
Why are we drawn toward this eerie orange building looming over the park?
Also, I need to say, I have had many dreams where I've seen Tower of Terror in my dreams, like walking by it at nighttime or daytime. I was really scared of it when I wrote it as a kid. Hi, Senpai! Thorax, hello! But yeah, it's always like a very stunning image to see when I see it in my dreams. I just like, it left such an impact on me. How's it going, Thorax?
The story of Tower of Terror sets you up for some unexpected thing. You're into a mystery and you really don't know what's going to happen next.
We wanted something that was really, really different, where you just walked away saying, that's the most frightening thing, I don't ever want to ride that again, quick, let's go back and get in line. That's the type of mindset we want.
And to make sure we got back in
You don't like it, you got tummy troubles. That's understandable. But even if you don't like the ride, like, pausing here, like, the reason people love Tower of Terror so much is because the theming and immersion is so good. Like, this is the lobby that you walk through in the queue, and it's just so, it captures the atmosphere of, like, the theme is trying to do so well. This is like a really low res image, but there's like cobwebs on shit. Everything looks old and vintage and classic, but also like dilapidated just a little bit. Like no one has been here, and there's like music. It's so good. It's so good. Yeah, you can't write it. That's completely understandable.
Basically a storyteller.
Tummy troubles are so real.
Apart from other theme park designers, really is.
What was that? What happened there?
Apart from other theme park designers, really is our attention to an immersive experience.
That's so silly. Was that an accident?
Well, does it have to be a light bulb?
Her spirit left her body.
I've never been on Tower of Terror before, and if it weren't for the show, I don't think I would go. I'm just petrified of drops.
I've always been terrified of heights. This is a really big deal for me.
I'm scared of
The
this ride.
puka shell necklace.
It's just completely creepy, and it feels like you just walked into the Twilight Zone.
That's just what.
Oh, I love the sign! Isn't that amazing?
Because what makes it so special is the story and theming.
There are a number of free fall attractions throughout the country. Most of them are what we call iron rides. There's no theming. You simply,
it's so 2000s. What a time.
Theming and storytelling is critical in any thrill attraction. And the way that we accomplish that is by wrapping the theme and the story around the ride technology.
So you're not just getting on a free fall drop machine.
Evil Tower! You are doomed! Oh my god. That's so funny.
The ride tech.
Wait. I wonder. Oh my god. I'm sure no one really takes the time to do this. I mean, there's gotta be a picture of it. But someone could probably like put together all of the missing letters and it would actually form that. Like they had the follow through with that. It's like a fun puzzle.
Drop machine. You're actually in an old abandoned hotel in an elevator where something goes horribly wrong.
From the moment guests walk down Sunset Boulevard, they see Tower of Terror looming in the distance, and that's
So
when we begin our
cool.
storytelling.
You look up at the tower, you hear the screaming, see the doors opening, shutting, elevators falling, so you know there's something not right up there.
But from the outside, you really can't tell. You just see it's a big building when people are going up and down through a window, and that's almost enough to draw you in. Once you get
There's another sign where the fallen letters say, take the stairs. I have seen that one before.
More distinct.
That's so funny. And also, like, scary. It's funny and ominous and scary.
Begins to set up again the anticipation.
And hearing screaming, like he's saying. That's so scary.
Once elegant, but now
It builds the anticipation.
and dust.
Ooh.
Something dreadful must have happened here.
The attention to detail in there is very critical to setting up the story that this event has taken place, dramatically affected not only the architecture of the hotel, but all the guests, because there's nobody there.
Wow.
Nobody but you, alone in the library, where high in the corner sits a television.
The Twilight Zone.
This, as you may recognize, is a maintenance service elevator, still in operation, waiting for you. We invite you, if you dare, to step aboard because in tonight's episode, you
It's
are
so
the star.
funny, but also so
Travels from
iconic.
the Twilight Zone.
Sounded kind of fruity. Yeah, so that was like made with the combination of like clips from the original Twilight show when he was actually talking, but also like partially a voiceover, like someone who can kind of mimic the voice, like saying like I think the voiceover artist did the elevator lines, but they spliced it together, then like did some fancy little editing, just cutting away from him talking. Mimic.
Dark, very ominous looking.
My name is Jackie, and I'm fucking Becky.
Purposely, it layers not only the storytelling, but it also builds anticipation.
It is here that the bellhop loads 22 of you onto what looks like a
What?
rickety old
What do you mean, what? Do you not know the Mimic song? Don't make me play the Mimic song on stream. Don't make me do that. Well, we are in an ad break. Okay, guys. Those who are kind enough to subscribe to me get to... I'm going to punish you by making you watch the Mimic song. Oh, Jackie's Box song. Yippee. Mods, subject them to the Mimic song. Oh. Here we go. My name is the fucking Mimic, oh yeah, my name is the fucking Mimic, oh yeah. Wow. Your obsession with the Mimic song? I love slop. I love slop songs. Oh! I clapped and Budo flew over to me. Hi, Budo. Time to play. No, well, time to die. Because I'm not nice. No, I'm not nice. I'll shoot you in the face till I make you die. I put bombs in your belongings. They call me the bomb freak. The way I disperse creep. I said bomb freak. Mimic. Yeah, the Edwin's verse is the best. By far. Peak. It's peak. He's coming. But unfortunately, something went so wrong. My name is Edwin. What am I witnessing? It's the FNAF Mimic song, Jackie's Box. I'm glad I'm introducing so many of you to this horrible, wonderful song. My name is... I've never heard of that, Hunter. It sounds scary.
My name is David.
Dad, I want some ice cream.
David, that is my name. David, I want another. David,
Where is my ball? I'm running out on the road. There is a car, and it is going to hit me. Ah! Why do you hate me? Okay, I'll turn it down a little bit. They call me the bomb freak. I love this song. I'm just sharing my passions with all of you. I don't hate you. Ah, it's the Mimic. god. Every friend group got the bomb freak. It's Jackie, and I'm fucking Becky. And with my clown power, I am gonna make you scream louder. Haha, it's a clown attack, bitch. The circus is coming to town. And get ready for a clown attack. I'm sorry. That's me after showing anyone this song. I'm like, I'm sorry. Bum, bum, bum. Okay. Wow, the ending goes on for so long, always. So that was Jackie's box. Why don't I have this video liked? Crazy. But my newest obsession, and you can see it's on the homepage of my YouTube channel, my YouTube homepage. Recommended. I don't think you actually are. What? Come on, I love slop. Okay, this is a song that some fucker on the internet made. About my friend Nico's character named Vitorino. And it's horrible, but I also love it. Here we go. And then we'll watch more, I promise. More Disney. I didn't make this, no. It was just posted by some slop channel. What do you think? It's my new favorite song. Udo's here, hello. What a time to hop on. Hi Hippie, it's a great song. I hope he says it one more time. Hello everyone, my name's Vitorino, the only remaining priest at the Basilica. Hello everyone, my name is Vitorino, the only remaining priest at the Basilica. It's a great song. Well, it's kind of horrible, but I love slop. So this is the new Pope. This video was posted 4 weeks ago. So maybe before the Pope, but I think this is the new Pope, technically. Okay. Slop connoisseur Jules really dishing it out today. I do love slop. I love slop. I love eating slop. We're watching America's Thrillmakers. We're learning about the Tower of Terror, one of Disney parks, one of the greatest rides at any Disney theme park. And Robin from the Teen Titans is doing the voiceover for this.
Very purposefully, it layers not only the storytelling, but it also builds anticipation.
It is here that the bellhop loads 22 of you onto what
Udo's biting my neck! You're evil.
Welcome everyone to the Hollywood Tower Hotel. My name is Darlene and I will be your bellhop for today.
When you've decided not to take the chicken exit, you go forward.
I thought I was just hearing shit. No, it's real.
Yummy, yummy slop. There's much for me to eat. Yummy, yummy slop. What a wonderful, great treat.
Elevator and take a seat.
My happy slop eating song that I sing every time I eat slop.
Slowly rise into the Twilight.
The Twilight Zone.
You're pulled up to your first floor and the doors open and you're looking out into a typical floor you'd see in a hotel. You see the.
I love this. This is forced perspective.
And then you see the ghosts that inhabit the hotel. And they're beckoning you. You know, come with us, come with us. And of course, we're not going in with them. We know what the deal is. But you get sucked in anyway.
And just as quick, the doors shut and you're pulled to another floor, deeper into the Twilight Zone.
And
whoa.
Dark, probably not a good thing. Really, really dark. And we're moving in, we're moving in, we're moving in. So then we stop, then it really gets scary.
It really gets scary.
Scary because this is it. The moment you've been waiting for. Or dreading.
Everybody scream. Damn, someone's really screaming in there.
The feeling it gives you is that of being out of control. There's a reason for that.
Instead of dropping you down the shaft,
they're pulling you.
Pull you down the shaft.
I love that fun fact.
Than gravity. It's not like jumping out of an airplane where you're just falling at 1G. You're actually picture being pulled out of an airplane straight down.
If you've ridden the tower before and think you've been there, done that,
Budo!
think again.
Budo's being crazy.
Because the tower has changed. The experience is now totally unpredictable.
What?
It's completely random, so the guests have no control.
Oh, cool.
The elevator is in control.
So that anticipation as those doors open,
Bruce Vaughn,
is always going to be one where you don't know what to expect.
Welcome back. Right this way, please.
He's fruity. The bellhop is fruity.
I hope you enjoyed your stay with us.
Is that Robin being the narrator? Yes. I don't know Robin's voice actor name, but that is definitely Robin's voice actor.
I'm still afraid of heights, but for some reason, the big drop in that ride is awesome.
My whole body was just clenched. At some point, Katie reached over and grabbed me, and we were both just suspended in the air.
I just grabbed it. I just didn't know what else to do, and I was just, it was just insane. I loved it.
Body clenched? Adrenaline rush? How does a ride do that?
It's a little bit like a race
Oh, because it's really scary.
To get maximum performance, we are now putting physiologic equivalent of ethanol into our body. And
Who's that old white guy
challenge. Okay, here we are.
with the funny voice? Oh, he's a neurophysiologist.
In the rear left, he's got a lot of extra energy. You can see him bouncing his legs up and down. The lady in the orange isn't quite too sure what's going on.
Wow, this is really smart of him that he knows all this. This lady looks scared.
And the gentleman to her left is very happy that it's over. Because he wasn't dealing with that.
Oh, I could have told you that.
Notice that now that it's over, they're all very euphoric. They've got these endorphins, norepinephrine, circulating.
This is like what React content is on YouTube to me.
Coming back, because they actually feel pretty good right now.
That guy looks actually pretty relieved that the ride is over, and this woman is clenching.
Our thrill riders have made it.
Will this make me gender euphoric?
Seeing first
I hope so.
How a haunted elevator can pump up anyone's adrenaline. Next on our list, the dark ride.
The dark ride? Test track? What else? Or no, Tower of Terror, no. Oh! Dinosaur! Dinosaur!
Theme park thrill. This is where they keep...
Oh! Sorry. Wait, the McDonald's! Sponsored by McDonald's. This is silly. Also, I just realized this is completely full screen. I should be like that. But like right before it showed that, it showed a ride that I got stuck on as a kid, Primeval Whirl. I got stuck on this ride as a kid, probably at the I think that's literally where I got stuck. Was the very tippy top right over there. Wait. Let me waddle over. Oh. And they waddle away, waddle waddle. And they waddle away, waddle waddle waddle. Right here, I think this is literally the exact point that my family got stuck. It's like on the highest point of the ride, and it was right before the first drop. And then we got stuck. The ride broke down, and we were stranded for like 30 minutes. It was really scary. It is a core memory. It was not fun. It was not a good memory, but it's true. The only good that came... Ow! Budo's biting my finger. The only good that came out of it is that my mom complained after, and we got an extra day of tickets. Park hopper tickets, too. Crazy. That's what complaining will get you.
A dark ride.
Dinosaur. Sponsored by McDonald's. Was it pretty high up? It was like, it was probably like 50 to 75 feet up. It wasn't super high, but like, it was still the top of a roller coaster, which is scary.
You climb on board and you take off. And you're
Complaining will take you far at Disney. It's true.
To incorporate the ever
I wouldn't do it, but
into a very contemporary
they aim to please.
This high-tech thriller is considered a dark ride.
No, I wouldn't, Daisy Horns.
Picture things like Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh my god, they're choking him.
Or Winnie the Pooh.
Hi, Pooh. Happy birthday, Pooh. Hi, Joe Rody.
Darkness in that ride to your advantage, to present and direct attention to the set pieces and to the moments that you want to draw focus. You can do
Madame Leota.
You can do great big dark rides. This, of course, is a great big
so true.
Dinosaur is thrilling because it combines two elements which people respond to.
Patterson, that's funny. I love Joe's key. I was also thinking of it as like a big keychain. It's so cool. He's like a girly with too many keychains on her keys.
Afraid of dinosaurs. It's just one of those fears I've never gotten over.
Kids love dinosaurs. How can dinosaurs?
The same group of people, awesome.
The largest audio animatronics in the world. I can't wait to see how real they look.
Can't wait to see how real they look.
The ride begins long before you step into any.
Do you think my delivery sounds real as well? No.
Things to think about beforehand. You're going on a dinosaur hunt.
Dinosaur! From the fucking CGI movie. I did not care for Dinosaur.
And physiologically, you've created a certain amount of anxiety, a certain amount of uncertainty.
Whoa.
And that, again, is the building block to get a system revved up to help protect ourselves in this environment.
Flashing. It's happening. Dinosaur is... I don't know how much longer Dinosaur is going to be open for, but this ride is closing soon. Which I'm a bit sad about. The ride is just Indiana Jones. Well, it's literally about to be, because that's what they're replacing it with. Which I'm not really that... I mean, I don't know. I'm not really that excited about it. I don't even care about dinosaurs that much. I'm not a dinosaur guy, really, but dinosaurs is cooler than Indiana Jones. Stream field trip to dinosaur ride when? What if I told you that we've literally already done that, like, somewhere in the past 6 months? We had a theme park stream where we went to Animal Kingdom. Oh! Whoa. We got the VOD. Check out the VOD channel. Someone is crying on that ride.
Dinosaurs, but it was awesome. I mean, they're everywhere.
If we look at the two ladies on the right-hand side of the screen,
You can see that she's actually sad and scared.
probably the most physiologically active in this particular frame is our lady on the right. You can see that
This guy is such a fucking hoax.
anymore. Look at how big her eyes are.
This guy's a big fat phony to me. He's like, I could tell you anything that he's telling you right now.
Extremely revved up psychologically and physiologically. But look at the smile she has now. It's over. She's done it. And she's probably going to want to communicate this to her friends and share the experience. Because now it's a fun memory.
Do you know what this ride is about? They're chasing you. There's dinosaurs coming out of everywhere. It's really dark. And they just come out at you, teeth and all.
The dinosaurs just kept jumping out from left and right, and I just could not stop screaming.
Yeah, he's a quack.
I think I lost my voice.
Next time he shows up on a vid, mute and narrate what you think he's saying. Okay, will
You're
do.
in the dark. You come upon them. I think that's part
I
of
hope
the
he
power
comes back again.
and the fear factor of this ride.
There's a lot of physical action.
Joe
His job
Brody.
is observing. He could watch
You
paint
really
dry
need to
and
indulge
get
the
paid some
fantasy to
fat
get the full
stacks.
impact of what's going on, and that makes it a story ride.
But to indulge the fantasy, to make it all work, it needs to be believable.
One of the tremendously exciting things and scary things about the dinosaurs is
I
that they are
yawned.
so
I'm having fun though.
it's scary. It's clearly after you.
If I didn't know any better, I would say
I want to show share a fun fact about that dinosaur. It's the Carnotaurus. That is actually not what Carnotauruses look like. They kind of like made them look a lot scarier and larger than they actually are. and like the horns, I think, as well, are not real. But because of this ride, most people like depict Carnotaurus as looking like this in media, even though it's not what they look like. It's just funny.
It's huge, it's
they made it
scary,
look scarier.
after you.
If I didn't know any better, I would say that all of the dinosaurs in there were real. My favorite is the big guy eating this little guy. He's just completely chewing him up.
That's my favorite too.
Living creatures. In order to receive that feeling of thrill that comes from the idea that they might eat you.
And that
See, Joe Rody is actually smart.
is to a good thrill ride.
Udo's back and he's gonna try chewing on my neck again.
Using characters can really be even more frightening than just moving fast or just dropping quickly.
Theming becomes important in a thrill ride when some aspect of the thrill comes from willful suspension of disbelief. We need to get you to believe in something in order for the thrill to operate upon you. In the case of dinosaur, you need to believe in the dinosaurs.
When we set out to build the dinosaurs, we knew that the more real they were, the more frightening they would be. These figures not only were large, but they needed to be able to move quickly.
The audio
Budo and I are like actively wrestling right now. Budo's wrestling my hand.
You'll find that in
Oh my
everything
gosh.
from a small tiki bird to a
Enchanted Tiki Room, pirates,
The
and
dinosaurs,
dinosaur.
however, are huge, need to move fast, and so we went all the way up to 2,500 pounds of pressure for the hydraulic system. So if you think of a pirate running at 500 psi,
He's imitating what he sees on TV. Well, it's true. Birds are basically dinosaurs. He's seeing the dinosaurs and being like, I want to eat something. I want to swallow something whole.
13 stories. Yet they're both thrill rides. What's up with that?
What's up with that?
The thrill ride is when the unexpected happens to you.
The thrill ride should be...
He works on spaceships now? What? I didn't know that. I knew he retired, though.
As well as our spirits, with the story, with the illusion, with the art, with everything about it. A great thrill ride, you should see the people coming off the ride and they should be energized. They should be more alive than
They gotta have the bounce.
And it's the adrenaline rush. That's what thrill rides are all about.
Oh, what a scary effect. Okay, now we must be doing...
World Resort.
What else was I gonna talk about? No?
Wildest thrill rides.
I don't know what Splash Mountain. I mean, there's like thrill rides, yeah.
So what's the fascination with these rides? Why does everybody do it?
You have to really wonder why human beings like thrill rides. I mean, why would you seek out...
I think we have to go back to...
experience or the illusion
I don't
of
remember.
Deep in their brain.
They test track, so that's Epcot, and then also Mission Space, which is also Epcot.
Because this awakens primitive cycles that have been dormant over the years.
I like his doctor's coat that says medicine on it.
People want to be scared. People's got a humongous wish to whoosh out there. Human beings are funny animals. We always want bigger, faster. We always want to push our limits. And a thrill ride lets you do that in a safe environment.
Catapult coaster? Rock and roller coaster? What? California Screamin'?
The roller coaster.
Whoa.
For a lot of us, it's the first thing we think of when it comes to thrill rides. And at Disney MGM...
Rock and roller coaster. I love that facade.
And attitude. It's called Rock and Roller Coaster, starring Aerosmith. An indoor coaster
So
with a
funny.
half-mile of insane
So funny to hear Robin say Aerosmith.
corkscrews, 3 loops, and all rocking in the dark.
Rock and Roller Coaster represented many firsts.
I think that's still the only roller coaster to go upside down
Coaster.
at Walt Disney
First
World.
roller coaster that was timed synchronously to music, and it was the first roller coaster that had inversions.
It's also the first time
At
that
Disney World or period?
and into a ride. In this case, Aerosmith.
It's gonna be the Muppets soon.
In a thrill ride format. Getting to meet
I
Aerosmith.
don't know. Yeah, Smash. Robin would like Smashing Pumpkins. I could see that. It's still there. Yeah, Rock and Roller Coaster is still there, but it's about to be rebranded into being a Muppets ride, which like I'm kind of excited about, but kind of like meh about. I'm just trying not to get my hopes up for it. I don't know if it'll be good or not, but Yeah, it's gonna be based around, what is the band called? Electric Mayhem. It's gonna be based around Electric Mayhem. So, like Dr. Teeth and Animal and Janice and Zoot and Floyd Pepper.
But hurry, it's about to start. So you climb into a super stretch limo and speed off into the Hollywood night to get to the concert in time.
You know me, I love me some Muppets.
Aerosmith would represent Walt Disney World.
So true.
This wonderful hard rock band representing and being part of the Disney image was totally a surprise to a lot of people.
Utilizing a rock band to tell the story was critically important to the success of this.
I do like the queue, I do like the pre-show, and I do like the ride as well.
That's where your limo coaster takes you from 0 to 60.
If anything, the Muppets is just gonna make it even better because no one gives a shit about Aerosmith. But I wish that Muppet Vision 3D wasn't leaving. It just feels, it rings kind of hollow. That they would remove Muppet Vision, but then like bring more Muppets into the park. I don't know.
Heal your body by waking up dormant biochemical pathways that are sleeping within your body, and it sort of wakes you up, gives you this real adrenaline rush, and it actually has the ability to improve your health. The cell wall.
I'm so sorry, Budo. Budo is so insane right now.
Cell walls of your body to become stronger by being allowed to go through a successful cycle.
Experts can now map those physical effects through something called a stress cycle, a force we all go through during intense situations.
Screenshotting.
Thrill rides.
The first step of the stress cycle is relaxation. That's our normal state. The next step is alarm.
I love this chart.
And all of a sudden you feel threatened. The third step is fight flight. And then finally the
oh my
fourth
god
step is resolution and release. That's where we feel
awesome.
good. The reason we feel so great to be walking around a theme park is that we've been on a thrill ride, and that has stirred up all of the chemicals, and the chemical effect on us lasts a lot longer than the ride does.
Wow.
So as a result, we're walking around feeling great. The brain is luxuriating in oxygen, and there's lots of sugar in your system.
This guy is being a better, like, physiologist than the other guy.
Makers that sense of euphoria and rock their world.
Usually when I come to the parks, I'm the one.
This ride really stirs my chemicals. It's true.
Friends when they go on the roller coaster because I'm just too scared to go. But today I'm gonna put my fears aside and I'm gonna just go for it.
Never been on this ride, and the truth is, I'm terrified.
Oh, she cried on the last ride
It
too.
accelerates the car from 0 to 60 in 2.8 seconds. A Lamborghini accelerates from 0 to 60 in 3.8 seconds, so that's pretty fast.
Each roller coaster train is unique in itself. It's customized with its own music track, and the sound system had to really envelop the rider. So we've got over 120 speakers in each train that totally encompasses the guests as they ride through Hollywood.
I think the most thrilling thing about rock and roller coasters, you never know where the next turn's going to take you. Expect
True. Remember when TV shows could just do whatever to fill airtime? Yeah, it's so different now, especially because so much is made for streaming services, and there's no like streaming shows. An episode could be 30 minutes, and the next one could be like an hour. That's just how they work. But TV used to be different. Photos, dumb. I wonder if you can hear him. He's making all kinds of like wow noises. We're fighting. We're fighting. Whoa! I like this ride. That's the thing with, like, I'm excited for the Muppets to take over, but I'm really trying not to get my hopes up for it, because it might be bad. I don't know. It might be not very good, so... I guess in general, I try not to get my hopes up for things. Low expectations so that you're always happy and never disappointed.
This ride was
Oh,
awesome.
the screaming at the end, right before it cut.
Twists and turns, the black lights are cool. I can see why my friends love this ride.
I had my eyes shut at first because I was so scared, and then I just couldn't wait. I opened my eyes, and I was corkscrewing upside down and screaming at the top of my lungs.
What a rush. That didn't feel like a limo. That felt like a rocket ship taking off.
As they step off of a thrill ride, they ought to look like they've had this giant surge of energy.
Oh, her outfit is so 2000s.
That would be the marker of a great thrill ride.
Our thrill riders have been dropped, shaken,
We have to be doing like test track next. And stirred. How about going 75 miles an hour in a car outside?
Epcot.
Epcot!
Originally conceived as a prototype community of the future. It is home to Spaceship Earth.
Oh my god, the Epcot hand! The Mickey hand. That was only there for like a year, I think. Or no, maybe like 5 years. I don't know how long this was here for, but it was kind of iconic. Like, I think that it's probably good that it's not there still, but also I love it. The big old Mickey wand. It's so cheesy.
It's also where you'll find Test Track.
Test track, I knew it.
That gives you a
They're saving mission space for last because it's new.
Including a suspension test, brake test,
This is Test Track 1.0 too,
corrosion test,
when it used to be good.
a barrier test,
Whoa!
speed test. Oh, and it's also a thrill ride.
Test Track is a very unique attraction. People think of roller coasters. Well, it's not really a roller coaster. People think of what we call dark rides, where you get in a little car and move around. It's not that either.
One of the things very unique to Test Track is that most attractions, or many attractions, try and create fantasy. What Test Track is doing is actually trying to replicate reality.
Test Track at Walt Disney World is a
That's
hoot.
true.
It's like a roller coaster, but yet it's not a roller coaster.
Okay, so what is it? Is Test Track a thrill ride? Some say that it's not.
What?
Is Test
It's
Track
definitely a thrill ride, just like at the very end.
Again, thrill rides are to give people an
It's like
experience
partially half dark ride and half thrill ride.
that in normal circumstances would be very dangerous.
Test Track doesn't have the spectacular drops and big double loops that other thrill rides have, but it has other things. The illusion that you're going to be crashed into a wall. The moment when you are frozen. The place where you
That's
spin
so
out
funny.
on the ABS brake test.
Yeah, this ride may not be a roller coaster, but it has other things, like the illusion that you're about to crash into a wall, so it's awesome, actually.
It's a ride about speed, and most rides don't go that fast. And that fast in a really
And on a banked turn, that's what makes it fun, that it's not
I drive a
flat.
sports car, and I've always wanted to drive a NASCAR race car.
You know, as a kid growing up, my role model was Vince, the crash test dummy. I've always wanted to be him. I'm excited.
I usually am very cautious on the road. I have my safety belt on.
I'm excited to...
He looked like he was crying.
Get to see what a car gets to go through and test.
So, all right, let's go. Light her up.
Here they're getting into what they will expect will be a typical...
Okay, now I know what he's talking about. What? He's not even... Okay, now that I know how he started this, I know what he's gonna say. Oh, well, now you see they're getting into what they think might be just a normal car ride, but as it turns out, they're about to go on the thrill of a lifetime. So they look excited. You know, you can physically see that they look excited for the ride ahead. And now they're looking around, they're sharing a laugh with their friends, and you could say, oh, what adventure are we about to go on together? We don't know what lies ahead. This is our first time, all of us. So we're all laughing together, we're connecting, and now they look like they're taking in information around them. You can see that their eyes are looking off into the distance like something has caught their attention. And we're going, and they're turning, and they're going quite fast now. You can see that they're rattled. Wait, I think they stopped. No, he's still fucking going! Okay, let's keep going. And they're looking, and they're saying, oh, what could be next? Well, we're all in this together, so... Whoa, we can take any turn. But what comes next? The mystery of what this next room is. The lights are blinking. Well, that's not the He can't still be talking. He's not talking anymore. There's nothing possibly that he can say about this. He's gonna come back though. I know he is. I saw him. It's showing a lot of the ride. That's pretty cool. Now they are placed in an easy bake oven. I had an easy bake oven. I loved my.
Part of the ride
Oh
that
my
I
god.
don't think anybody in the vehicle is expecting it.
I think it's so funny that, like, his take on this is that they don't know that they're about to go really fast, but when you walk up to Test Track, like, that's the thing that you see is cars flying by really fast. He is on such bullshit right now, being like, oh, no, what they're not expecting, what they could never ever possibly expect is that they're about to experience a thrill. They're about to go very fast in a car. And so right now, when they're looking around, they don't know what's about to happen. They're scared. But they have no idea that they are about to crash into a wall and then go very fast. So they think they're gonna die, but then it opens and they didn't die. In fact, now they're going very fast on a road. And they're laughing, they're liking it, they're happy. You can see the girl on the right specifically is going very fast and she's smiling and talking to the man to her right. They're being shaken violently. What else could he be saying? No, he's done. He's definitely done. They're shaking violently.
I just grabbed this bar and held on for dear life. It gives you a rush. That's right, it definitely gives you a rush.
I bet you that's pretty much what he said.
It was thrilling, definitely.
Whenever we build an attraction, we always like the big.
What up, Mark?
We like to sort of go out with a bang, have people come off the ride very excited. At Test Track, it's what we sort of internally call the glory lap. Banked at 47 degrees, that's much, much steeper than
wow.
You get G-loads in your seat, you get G-loads out to the side, so it's
G-loads
to the big finish.
The banked turn is definitely the most fun part.
It's tracking time.
Thank you. Speed-wise, I don't think that, like, you've probably gone faster in a car than you have actually at Test Track. But what makes it so awesome is that the turns are banked, so it's thrilling.
At 87 feet,
Splash
it's the
Mountain.
world's highest flume ride. Splash is an 11-minute trip aboard logs that travel the canals of a flooded mountain chock full of.
That's gone too now. Now it's Tiana's Bayou Adventure.
But a slow boat and singing animals?
Lincoln Dog Dash.
But it's not a roller coaster either.
I think Splash Mountain qualifies as a thrill ride, even though it's not a.
Is that Ellen DeGeneres? No. That scared me so badly.
Build up speed a couple times. When you go down the face of the mountain, you're doing about 50 miles an hour.
A 50-mile-an-hour drop. But is that all there is to the thrill?
The theming of Splash Mountain.
God, the Tiana ride makes me sad because they canceled the show. They did. That's so horrible.
While on your boat, the story of Splash Mountain,
I love Tiana.
Fox and Bear trying to catch Brer Rabbit follows along with your own story.
I've heard the ride is like pretty good though. I would love to ride it one day.
As you get closer and closer to your own drop. So your own personal storyline on this boat is really following what's happening to Brer Rabbit. The closer he gets to being in trouble, the closer you are to making that giant drop that you know you're about to get.
You look around, you see Brer Rabbit, you see all the characters that you've grown up with, and then, boy, you're kind of lulled back. You're sitting back in your boat and enjoying everything, and then you go over
I did not grow up with Brer Rabbit. Other than the ride.
But I'm afraid of water, and this is a water ride.
Oh yeah, the one woman who was like, I hate water rides.
As an engineering student, all I can think
She's
of
gonna
is
be
what goes up,
screaming.
what comes down. And I don't know if you've gone out there and looked at it, but it's pretty high up there.
The coolest part about Splash Mountain is you're on the ride before you're on the ride, because you stand at this bridge and you watch everybody come down this drop, and that's the thrilling part of this ride.
The drop at Splash Mountain is actually a 45-degree angle. When you get to the top and you're looking down, it looks like a pure 90-degree angle. It looks like a free fall drop.
Now it's time for 12 minutes of dark ride scenes. And then you drop at the end. The ride is the only thing that kept that property around. Like, it's not like they were releasing any Song of the South content after they made this ride. They really just pulled it out of the vault for this. It was so strange. And then they named it after the mermaid movie Splash. That was made by like Touchstone Pictures, which is Disney's live action movie. I don't know what they call that label. Movie company. Distribution company. That's probably what it is. Here they go.
Just right now, stop it.
Oh.
You can see all of a sudden the lady in
You
the
can see
back,
she's scared. She's grabbing on.
going down a 13-story drop with water and going into a tunnel. So this whole thing has suddenly been a change of character for this ride.
Suddenly,
where prior to this, it's been a
scary.
warm, fuzzy, go slow in the trough, and they're beginning to get very anxious. This is what starts most of what we've talked about physiologically in terms of releasing endorphins and releasing epinephrine. But one of the things...
Okay, he's pulling out the
This is
epinephrine.
what they're seeing. You see all the stuff hanging down over the opening.
That is really scary. That's what scared me the most.
Water cascading down.
Is
so they can't see
the briar patch and the big dark hole at the
as I say,
bottom.
is suddenly out of character. And until they come down and go through it and come out the other side where they can see that they're slowing down and they're back in the trough.
That last drop, the big drop, really took
So
me
true.
grabbed onto that bar and held on for dear life.
You drop and then you stop dropping after that. That's so true.
Covered in water, but I survived. I'm still a little nervous when it comes to the water rides, but I had a really good time.
I know the physics, I know you're not going to fall out, but you're holding on to the handlebars, your stomach's rising up, and you're just holding on for your dear life.
Splash Mountain is the most popular attraction at Walt Disney World, and it has been for 10 years, the whole time it's been around. And I think
And now it's gone. Well, rebranded, rethemed.
variety of experiences that it offers you. It is not just a pure thrill ride. It has music, it has audio animatronics, it has a storyline, it has tension, and it has a real payoff at the end.
My heart rate will always go up every time I go over that.
Yeah, those dancing chickens. I do like that final scene where they're all on the boat.
That feeling in complete and utter safety makes me want to go on that again and again.
That's so true, Video Ghost. They did close down America Sings and then reuse those animatronics. So they're like, we have all these little chicken and eagle animatronic.
And the Twilight
Why not
Zone
make a Song of the South? Everyone's favorite movie, Song of the South.
Walt Disney World Resort.
Are they gonna talk about Mission Space? For last. Unclassified? It's called a motion simulator, bro.
Wonder what it's like to be strapped inside a rocket? Well, now you can find out in Mission Space at Epcot.
That is such a cool facade, though, like, area outside the ride.
Mission Space is a one-of-a-kind astronaut
I'm, like,
experience.
very hungry. We're ending stream after this is over.
Sensations of traveling
But, like,
through outer space.
I would barf on this ride. This ride's gonna make me barf.
Of technologies and storytelling and the realism of a rocket launch together.
It all happens at the International Space Training Center for Astronauts, where we prepare to fly to Mars in our own rocket.
Bring one out for Horizons. Yeah, Horizons. I wish I could have gone on that.
Rocket that can get you to Mars.
Also, welcome in Umimi Ushi. Hi.
Mission control area.
Who's voice actor? It's the voice actor for Robin from Teen Titans.
And each person
He's here and he's telling us about all of our favorite Disney thrill rides.
The pilot and the commander. And each person during the mission will be required to activate different buttons and pay attention to what's being told and what's going on.
Disney had to figure out how to replicate.
But also, if you don't push the buttons, then it doesn't punish you in any way.
And we did a lot of interviews to find out what is it really like to be in space.
In order to pull off the story that is so important to the guests actually being able to suspend disbelief in Mission Space, many elements have to come together. One is that view out the window.
The window is called the Viz, short for Virtual Infinity System.
what makes the Viz unique is that through a custom lens design accompanied with a computer.
You love hearing voices of iconic characters in strange places. Roger Craig Smith used to work for Pizza Hut ads. Who is Roger Craig Smith again? I know the name, but was he like Sonic or something?
Piece of technology aboard. But the most
we met in Roblox for Penny's birthday. Hi! Hello, that was such a fun time.
Is absolutely
I'm doing great.
Bar none, the liftoff. When you
Scott Menville.
2,
Awesome.
1, and you're going, oh, and you're just going up into space. Nothing like it in the world.
Once you escape Earth's atmosphere and reach space, you actually feel a sensation of weightlessness.
He is Sonic.
The sensation of weightlessness.
And he didn't change the voice at all. He just did Sonic doing a pizza ad.
And that sends all of the pressure in your body in a certain direction.
It's an environment that is different than roller coasters or other big motion bases.
Roller coasters don't take you nearly as far as this ride does.
Your face is like shoved in front of an iPad in this ride, basically.
We use the real Mars data. We use the height data and real imagery photographs from the orbiters that are orbiting Mars right now.
Right now, we head into mission control and start the training.
Back at school, the buzz surrounding Mission Space is huge.
You know, I really don't know what to expect. The anticipation is killing me.
I am so nervous to ride this ride. I totally have that feeling of...
They're all gonna barf.
From the class.
I bet you at least one of them barfed. We'll see. Let's see if one of them didn't get interviewed at the end.
Start off with this gyro, which is like Dumbo on steroids, really.
They said it, Blank on steroids, Dumbo on steroids. That's so funny. It is kind of like VR, kind of, but it's a motion simulator, so. Whoa. This is like the ride video explaining
now they get into the pre-show.
what you do, I guess. Oh my god.
What kind of an experience it's gonna
Yeah,
have.
tell me about the
While they're
pre-show.
waiting, their anxiety grows. The given time.
Thank you for the follow. Welcome in.
You can see from her face.
Welcome
and
to
her
my
face
happy
as well,
house.
That they're a little hesitant.
Why is that so loud? Cool audio mixing. Audio mixing is hard, to be fair, though. That's why I'm always asking you guys if things sound okay. Even the people who were like making shit for TV fuck up with their sound mixing. Just cut off, okay. I feel like it's even harder nowadays when everyone is watching things with headphones. Like when TV was the norm, I feel like you could kind of get away with a lot of audio mixing problems because it wasn't in your ear. But now it's like you really gotta be on it. Whoa.
You feel yourself being pushed back in the seat as you're getting your.
This ride system, by the way, is a centrifuge. You're like spinning in a way where you like you feel like you're getting pushed back. It's like one of those carnival rides where you fucking like it's a circle and you are strapped to it and it just spins you all. And everyone's like around the circle, which I've never been on before. I don't know if I'd ever go on one of those rides. Like they look horrible, like a barf machine.
One where you would see on a major coaster where they're clenching their teeth, they're closing their eyes.
You really can't tell, yeah. I didn't know that for the longest time. I did ride this as a kid when I went to Epcot, and I did not enjoy it. It was fine. Like, it makes a lot of people motion sick and it makes a lot of people barf. They literally have barf bags in the ride area, like somewhere on the side of your chair. Because it's so common. And not to mention,
By the way, something may go wrong during your flight, so heads up.
okay, anyway, there's they added another mission. There's like the orange mission, which is the thrilling one, and then there's the green mission, which like has none of the movement of the centrifuge, because too many people were getting sick on it, haha. What was I gonna say? But what I don't really like about it, even if like you don't get motion sickness, what I don't like about it is how like cramped you are in this pod or whatever you're in.
And
you're super cramped in and your face is like pushed right up against the wall.
Of euphoria or hyperactivity that you see.
It's wonder, it's amazement.
They're almost all getting off thinking because they've been subjected to visual,
this music is cool.
Accelerometric forces in such a concert that they're not too sure what happened to them on this ride.
They're fucking wobbly, like someone's gonna barf.
I mean, she's got a big smile on her face. She's taking deep breaths.
Wow, I am just in a state of shock right now.
It was so real.
It's the most amazing ride I've ever been on. I feel really high, like elated. It was really,
I feel really high.
You actually feel weightless.
Who's the other guy? Where's the other guy?
I was gonna float out of there if I wasn't restrained.
The launch was
I need to see the other guy. If he doesn't talk, I literally am assuming he barfed. He went away and he barfed.
And then all of a sudden you're just weightless. It's just like nothing you've ever experienced. I'm just speechless.
We literally never heard from the guy. There was a guy. I was right. I feel so vindicated right now. +5 ego. There was another guy that they interviewed before the ride, and they never talked to him. He tossed his cookies for real. He's so barfed. Also, thank you for the follow, Crystal Rose. Welcome in. He died on that ride. They definitely, like, could not interview him and just tried to shake it off because it's their brand new ride that they want everyone to go on.
After it started, I
So
said to myself,
funny.
I'm in for more than I thought I was.
At the beginning, there's no
Hi, Vault Dweller. Hello.
feel this unless you are launched into orbit on a space shuttle.
In mission space, we have created that sensation of blasting off the Earth and going into space. And that's a thrill.
So why do we chase those thrills and keep coming back?
I think people keep coming back to our rides and attractions because thrill is
addictive.
And something that they want to repeat as often as they can.
I think those people are
Hi, Joe
seeking out
Rogie.
fragmentary moments of complete transport, almost out of body.
This woman is feeling the thrill.
You have that kind of athlete sensation that everything comes together into a moment. And when you have those experiences, you will seek them out again and again and again because they never get old.
As time goes on, the amusement industry, and especially Disney, continue to develop new technologies to take thrill rides to another level. So what'll they come up with 10 years from now? What is the future of thrill rides?
That's a hard question to answer.
Is that Robin? Yes. That is.
Reality.
What's his name again? Scott. Scott.
It doesn't have to
Scott Menville. Menville?
It can be
Scott Menville.
As we move into the future, I believe that thrill rides will focus more on story because we're kind of cresting with physical sensation.
The future of thrill rides I see as being more where it's all going to be, quote, in your head. The visual reality of how things really are and the image that the body sees and perceives are going to be what thrill rides are going to be all about.
And as we keep trying to
What is he fucking talking about?
approach those limits.
There will never be a shortage of fantastic new attractions. The thing that surprises me is how often I'm surprised at the things that we come up with.
Fade to black.
The Walt Disney World
Disney
Resort.
World.
When you hear the name, what do you think of now?
Snow White. Woo! I love this. It's so funny because like when Michael Eisner was you know, CEO of Disney Parks and Disney in general,
experience in our parks.
like in the 90s and early 2000s, like he was trying to push this like, oh, thrill rides. Yeah, Disney's not for babies. Disney's for the thrill seekers. Like he was trying to push it so hard. I know that that's exactly why they made this.
Clearly false. We have attractions that put you under more pressure. We have attractions that accelerate you faster. I think what people are fooled by is the fact that we wrap them in such good storytelling that the raw...
What ride that we saw today would you most want to go on?
And sometimes they don't even realize that they're on a thrill
And
ride.
if there's any that you wouldn't want to go on,
Experience and a thrilling story.
then which one is the scariest to you? I would at least want to go on Mission Space, and I would most want to go on probably Tower of Terror, but also if I could go on Expedition Everest, I would go on that one. You never got to go on Splash Mountain? Dang. Dang, dang, dang. I wonder if it's still in Tokyo Disneyland. It might be. I mean, that's far away, you know, but I'm sleepy. I lost my energy. I want to go rest and eat some din din. I feel like I'd go on all of these. Definitely want to go on Tower of Terror since I missed it last time. Yeah. Tower of Terror is only at Walt Disney World now, no longer at California Adventure because it was changed to the Guardians of the Galaxy ride, which I would also love to go on someday. Let's turn this off. I'm going to turn the lights on. Here we go. Oh. I'll meet you guys outside. Oh, I'm sleepy. Come with me. Thank you. I had a lot of fun. We were supposed to do, like, originally when I made my stream, hi Budo. When I made my stream schedule for the week, we were going to do humongous entertainment games, but I wanted to watch things instead of click on things because my arm's been a little ouchy lately. Even if I just had to click, I just wanted to watch things instead. And I had a lot of fun. And now I am sleepy. I'll see you guys next week. There's all the time in the world for humongous games. I'll probably schedule it for next week instead because I do want to play some humongous games. It was a lot of fun. Thank you all for being here. I want to see who we can wade. I love theme parks. Yes, I do. I love theme parks. How about you? How about you? I love theme parks. Hopefully I can go to one sometime soon. Let's see. Who is streaming? Pup Lion is live. Pup Lion hasn't been live in a long time. I don't know what they're doing though. We can also raid BZ. I like BZ. You know what? I would love to raid BZ. I love BZ's energy. But check out Pup Lion too. Oh. It always lags me when I do this. Okay, we're gonna raid BZ. Thank you all so much. Oh, what could the raid message be? Oh, I don't know. If you have any ideas for a raid message, let me know. If not, I can bullshit something. Well, let's start the raid. Thank you for being here. Jersey is doing live 2D rigging, which is pretty cool. Jersey's really good at that. Great stream as always. Thank you, Hunter. That means a lot to me. Roller coaster, roller coaster, roller coaster. Or how about like I lost my lunch at Mission Space or something like that? I like that. I'm typing it. And then the panic. There you go. Well, I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Have a great rest of your weekend. Take care of yourselves. Okay. Okay. Make sure to eat a yummy meal. I'm gonna go do that. See you guys. Bye.